on the mound in a moment.
Get more energy at mbzip.com.
Hello, I'm Chef Nigel of the Buckingham Fish Palace. I've always found preparing fish to be quite simple. Quite tricky? It's bloody impossible. I use the same quality of fish you'd find at legal seafoods. Whatever, I am still master chef of a 5-star restaurant. 4-star? 3? 2? It's not that bad. Blimey, that's horrifying.
When it comes to fish, there's only one place you can trust. Legal Seafoods. If it isn't fresh, it isn't legal.
Hello, I'm attorney Vic Root of the Social Security Law Group. Since 1994, we've helped thousands of people like you get the disability benefits they deserve. We can help. After all, you've got more important things to worry about, like your health.
Call today or visit us online at socialsecuritylawgroup.com.
Feel the freedom in a brand new 2008 Subaru Outback. The best-selling wagon in America with symmetrical all-wheel drive and 6 airbags standard. Awarded the government's highest possible 5-star safety rating. The Subaru Outback features 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS and heavy-duty raised suspension. Now available with 1,000 customer cash back. Go to NewEnglandSubaru.com for a list of local dealers. Feel the freedom.
Subaru. Feel the freedom. Subaru.
Time for our start of the day. The Red Sox pitching staff has the lowest ERA in the American League, and their lowest in Boston since 2002. They haven't led the league in ERA since the year 2000. You can see how the ERAs are a little bit higher then, and that's the thing. Through this all, the pitching has led the way. That's the bottom line here.
I think that's what got him 20, 25 games over 500 early on. We're talking about starting pitching, early on, one of the best starting staffs. And then next thing you know, the bullpen was lights out. It made Francona's job that much better. So a lot of good things happening.
First place since April 18th, and Jon Lester will get the start tonight.
Okay, Tom, thank you very much. Here at Fenway Park, Jon Lester making his way from the bullpen into the dugout as the Red Sox and Oakland A's get ready for Game 2 of this brief 2-game series tonight. A strange time from Fenway Park. A 5 o'clock start time tonight. The Oakland A's will be headed back home after this ball game, so a getaway day of sorts for the A's as Lester makes his way in. The Red Sox playoff picture, of course, they know they're going to the postseason, but the battle's still very much alive as far as the winner of the American League East. The Red Sox, the winner last night here against the Oakland A's, while the Yankees in extra innings were losing at Tampa Bay. They are at Tampa Bay again tonight, and the lead is 3 games for the Red Sox heading into today's action. As far as the best record goes, the Indians are playing a doubleheader against Seattle. Now, this is from the snow out. The entire series was snowed out at Jacobs Field in Cleveland. In the first game, the Indians are going to be the home team, even though they are at Safeco Field in Seattle. And that first game, of course, taking place tonight. They'll play 2. The Angels are trailing 10-2 as they play day baseball in Texas, as the Rangers taking it to the Angels at the moment in that action. There is Brendan Donnelly, who's been with the Red Sox here in the clubhouse over the last week and actually in the last 2 homestands. Of course, after his surgery, is getting himself ready for next year. But around the club over the last week or so.
Well, it was a good night all around for the Red Sox last night, winning their ball game, and of course the Yankees losing their game in a walk-off style. So the Red Sox cut that magic number down by 2, and as they get closer and closer to their division title, you look at the record, and of course the record is very, very important because it gives you the home field right throughout the playoffs. Because the American League won the All-Star game this year, that means even in the World Series, you open up in the American League ballpark. So very important for the Red Sox to try to get that best record that would keep them right here at Fenway Park for the start of every series and maybe the finish of every series.
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, New England Subaru dealers, Foxwoods Resort Casino, your local Lincoln Mercury dealers, Rico, and by New England Toyota dealers. Really warm night tonight from Fenway Park. 93 degrees to begin the ball game here tonight, with the breeze blowing from left to right as the Red Sox and A's get ready for the second game of this 2-game series as the relievers make their way out to the pen tonight for the Red Sox. Last night, a nice victory for the Red Sox, and everything seemed to work out well last night for them, Jerry, as far as who they wanted to get in and when. As far as Manny Ramirez getting his at-bats, Kevin Youkilis coming in, it all seemed to work out in the end.
Yeah, and tonight the same situation where Manny will start the game batting second, probably get 3 at-bats and maybe out of the ball game. Kevin Youkilis, who we did see last night, gets his first start back at first base. Papelbon only having to throw 1 pitch last night, a very strong outing for 6 innings for Kurt Schilling. So a nice overall effort last night, and you continue to get contributions from guys like Ellsbury, and J.D. Drew had a very good night. So a good all-around game for the Red Sox in game 1 of this brief 2-game series, and we'll see what happens tonight. Lenny Donato, Jon Lester on the mound for the Red Sox, and Joe Blanton, who can be very tough on the mound for Oakland.
Well, you mentioned J.D. Drew, and he has been hot lately, certainly in the last road trip, and carrying it right into this end of the season. He's getting hot at the right time.
Last night, using the opposite field and using the center of the field in his at-bats. He had 1 hit the other way and then 2 back up the middle off the left-handers. That's a great sign for J.D. Drew, and he has been a hot hitter recently. And, we've said all year long, you can have a bad season, an off season, but if you get hot in the playoffs, people forget about that very quickly. And J.D. Drew is getting hot right at the right time.
Well, Kevin Youkilis, who of course came into the game late in last night's action, is going to start here today at first base. By all accounts, doing well after taking the couple of at-bats that he had in the game last night. As he leads his team out, the Red Sox take the field. Let's check out the visiting Oakland A's starting 9, brought to you by Rico. Shannon Stewart leads it off in left field, and it's Derek Barton at first base. Nick Swisher in center field. Mike Piazza had last night off, back in there today is the DH. Jack Cust in right field. Mark Ellis at second base. Kurt Suzuki does the catching as he bats 7th. Jack Hanahan at third base bats 8th. And Donnie Murphy at shortstop bats 9th. Starting pitchers brought to you by Infinity, and on the mound today for the Red Sox, Jon Lester.
Well, this will be start number 11 for Jon Lester. He is 4-0. Those wins coming against Cleveland, Tampa Bay, and twice against the Orioles. The last time out against Toronto, pitched very well. 6 2/3 in that game, 3 hits allowed and 1 earned run, but that's a game the Red Sox eventually lost 4-3. Against Oakland, no appearances this year. 1 start in his career. He went 5 innings, giving up 1 earned run against the A's. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. They are second in the league with 78 errors on the season. Mike Lowell at third base, Julio Lugo the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Kevin Youkilis at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Jacoby Ellsbury, and J.D. Drew, and Jason Varitek doing the catching for Jon Lester.
Umpiring crew, Rob Drake has the plate tonight. Larry Poncino at first base, Gary Darling at second base, and Jerry Meals is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas tardes, amigos, because it is not yet no chase.
We're getting there, though.
It will be shortly, but not right now.
Very strange 5 o'clock start time from Fenway Park. Shannon Stewart stands in to get things started for the Oakland Athletics. Stewart starts tonight hitting at .290, 12 homers, and 48 runs batted in. The first pitch of this one from Jon Lester is in there for strike 1 to Shannon Stewart. The 11th start of the year for Lester. Still not lost. That first pitch strike has been extremely important to Lester. Stewart fouls it off to the right, and it's 0-2. Certainly the outings in which he has gone deep into games, that first pitch strike has been huge for him, something that he and John Farrell have worked a great deal on, trying to get that pitch count down. And a lot of his outings, you get into that 5th inning, and he's already at 100 pitches. So trying to minimize that. An ongoing process. Stewart fouls off another, and it's still 0-2.
I'll tell you what, this has to be one of the warmest game time temperatures we've had all season long.
Here it is on September the 26th. Swing and a miss. Lester strikes out Shannon Stewart to get the night started.
Looks like the cut fastball here from Jon Lester after getting ahead with the fastballs. Goes to the cutter down and in to pick up his first strikeout. So Lester in total control of that at bat by Shannon Stewart, getting ahead of him early and putting him away with the cutter.
Going down here in the first, here's Derek Barton, who last night hit a home run off Kurt Schilling in the first inning. His third home run in the major leagues this season, as he hits one hard over the glove of Youkilis. Into right field. Over to plate is J.D. Drew, as Barton heads for second base, so get there easily.
Well, my guess is that it goes a base hit. That ball kind of just exploded right in front of Kevin Youkilis down at first base. Remember, Youkilis has not made an error at first base this season. You can see that hop just explode right over his glove and down in the right field corner.
So a double for Derek Barton, who stands at second base with one down. There's Nick Swisher back in center field for the A's tonight. 265, 22 homers, and 75 runs batted in for Swisher. Pitch in there for a strike. Swisher's got a home run against Jon Lester. Just had 2 at-bats against him, 1 for 2 with that home run. Swisher hitting at 297 against left-handed pitching. In there for a strike, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, more power from the left side of the plate, hitting left-handed 16 home runs, 6 home runs hitting right-handed.
We're talking about a little bit last night. He agreed to terms on a 5-year contract through the 2011 season. The club option for 2012. That was back on May 11th. Open stance from the right side too, as he takes strike 3. Second K for Lester. Swisher not liking the call, as Rob Drake brings him up 2 down.
Same pitch he got Shannon Stewart on back in that first bat of the game. Breaking ball again, that cut fastball inside corner. Swisher didn't like it. Rob Drake did.
Two down for Mike Piazza, who did not play in last night's game. In there tonight at 281 with 7 homers and 43 runs batted in. Of course, he was injured earlier this season and really kind of set back his season. Placed on the DL May 3rd with a sprained right shoulder, as he injured it in the 6th inning back at May 2nd here in Boston. Collision with Mike Lowell at third base. So look back to that injury. So arriving at the same time, and Piazza getting that shoulder underneath. He'll get reinstated from the DL on July the 20th. But missed better than a month, and had a couple of rehab stints, one in Sacramento, one in Stockton. On his way back to the Athletics. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2.
Now Lester's doing a great job getting ahead early of these Oakland hitters here in the first inning. Once again, the cut fastball from Lester down. That one not a strike, but Piazza chasing it.
They hate to jinx Jon Lester, but he's thrown 10 pitches, all for strikes. Veritek out to talk to Lester. It's one of those situations where he's going to go out with the runner at second base and 2 outs, and probably won't even put down a sign. So it's 0-2 to Mike Piazza. missing inside. It's 1-2. Piazza has 7 home runs this season. All have come off right-handed pitchers. 426 career home runs. Ranks him 10th among active players. They're tied with Billy Williams at the moment, 39th all-time. Fouls it off, stays alive.
93 on that last fastball from Jon Lester.
Jack Cust waits on deck, 2 down in the inning. Derek Barton at second base. The 1-2. Strike 3 call. Jon Lester strikes out the side in the first. Red Sox coming up.
Closed captioning for Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Aflac. Ask about it at work.
The best brands, amazing prices, the greatest service. Get it at Olympia Sports. Shop with confidence. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Going to Burger Town. Want anything?
Oh, if they still have the Can My Butt Look Any Bigger meal, will you get me one?
Me too.
Instead, try the new Subway Fresh Fit Meal. Now with more tasty choices like new hearty wheat bread and low-fat yogurt. Subway, eat fresh.
Presenting the 263 horsepower Lincoln MKZ. Rated highest in initial quality according to J.D. Power and Associates. Now joined by the fastest selling luxury crossover, the Lincoln MKX, with its award-winning safety and panoramic Vista roof. Reach higher and you're destined to reach the top. Now drive the innovative Lincoln MKX for $399 a month, or the Lincoln MKZ for $339 a month.
You own your own business and wear all the hats. But when was the last time you got a little recognition? Well, here's something just for you. Sovereign Business Owner Banking. You can get free business checking, 300 free monthly transactions, and no minimum balance. Plus, your first order of checks free. We'll even add the rewards of our best personal checking account free. Sovereign Business Owner Banking.
Does that work for you?
At VIP Parts, Tires, and Service, we know how to show you and your car a little love. Need tires? Our Speed Lane pros help you make the right selection for the best price guaranteed. And we'll install them in under an hour. No wasted time. Just the biggest selection of name brand quality tires. Michelin, Pirelli, Goodyear, and more in stock when you need them. Installed by qualified service techs.
Last half of the first inning as Dustin Pedroia leads it off for the Red Sox tonight. Oakland A's cannot score in the top of the first inning. Infinity brings us a starting pitcher, Joe Blanton, on the hill for the A's.
Well, you see those numbers for Joe Blanton, 34 starts. That's the most of any pitcher in the American League. He's won 3 out of his last 4 games. Wins against LA, Seattle, Texas. Got beat last time out by the Cleveland Indians.
Chop left side, Donnie Murphy. The long throw gets there in time for the first out. And let's check out the Red Sox starting 9, brought to you by New England Dodge dealers. Dustin Pedroia at second base, Manny Ramirez in left field batting second for the second straight night. David Ortiz at DH, Mike Cole at third base, J.D. Drew in right with Kevin Youkilis at first base. Jason Varitek does the catching, Jacoby Ellsbury in center field, and Julio Lugo at shortstop rounds out the starting 9. A beautiful night tonight at Fenway Park on the warm side. And Ramirez standing in, second straight night. He's batted from the number 2 spot. And 293, 20 homers and 86 runs batted in. He was 1 for 2 in his return last night with a walk, scored a run.
Getting back to Joe Blanton for a minute, he's pitched twice this year against the Red Sox. He's 0-1, but a very good 3.14 ERA.
The center field, and Ramirez got a base hit in his first at bat tonight.
Well, Manny is now 6 for 10 in his career against Joe Blanton. Just like last night, it's a fastball that he picks up the base hit on. It was to the opposite field last night. This time he gets one middle in and takes it to center field.
Big Papi starts tonight at .321, 33 home runs, 114 runs batted in. And over the last 18 games, hitting at .364. Able to hit a 2-run shot here last night in the first game of the series, a 1-for-3 showing. And he takes ball 1 from Joe Blanton.
Manny was kidding this afternoon in the clubhouse, said, I like hitting second. So I can bunt more, I can do a lot of different things. I said, what about stealing bases? No stealing base.
And it's 2-1. Papi out after the 2-0.
Yeah, very good changeup by Blanton. You know the fastball count. David Ortiz thinking fastball does not get it. Gets the changeup from Blanton. Blanton's got great control. Only 37 walks this season in 225 innings. So he's going to be around that plate.
Shallow right as Ellis ducks back. Cuss didn't get a very good break, but it doesn't matter as Ellis able to make the catch. The Sunfield in right, 2 down.
Let's take a look at the Oakland defense, and it's brought to you by the New England Ford dealers. They're 3rd in the American League. Jack Hanahan at third base. Donnie Murphy gets a start today at shortstop. Mark Ellis at second, and Derek Barton, I should say, the first baseman. Left to right, Shannon Stewart, Nick Swisher, and Jack Cutts. And Kurt Suzuki doing the catching for Blanton.
You know, the monster seat's a good place to be tonight. Lowell with 2 outs and Ramirez at first. Got the impression that last pop-up to short right field, Jack Cuss never saw it. Right now the Suns a battle out there in right field.
Now with this odd starting time, you're exactly right. A little bit of sun in center field, and certainly a lot of sun out there where Jack Custer is right now. And even the backdrop here at Fenway still in sun, which creates some problem. Custer will not last long, about another half hour. Backdrop in the sunlight, pitcher in the shade, that generally creates a problem, especially picking up the spin on a breaking ball. I got some people now standing, I believe, in center field, and Mike Lowell would like them to move. It might be a police officer that's in straightaway center field. And now he will move.
Well, tried to hold up, could not. It's 2-2. Not mistaken in thinking that that section normally is completely blocked off, where tonight it's not entirely.
Exactly right. Yeah, they've left some seats right up here in this area today. I guess figuring that it's not going to be bad for much more than maybe a half hour to 45 minutes. Of course, I remember the days when there was all people in those seats, and I got to tell you, day games here, you would actually lose the baseball on the way to home plate. Very dangerous.
Good check, and Manny ducking back to get back. Almost hit him on the throw.
Actually playing behind Manny, and he didn't expect to throw to first base, and almost hit his helmet. Again, respecting the speed of the number 2 hitter in the Red Sox lineup.
Lowell chops it right side. Mark Ellis on to first for the out that ends the inning. We played one from Fenway, no score.
That's why Southwest Airlines has 23 daily nonstop flights from Manchester and Providence to Baltimore, Washington, so you can always catch a later flight. And you can count on us to get you there with our convenient nonstop flights and on-time service.
You are now free to move about the country.
Welcome to Lowe's. May I help you?
Yes, we have this kitchen. We'd love to have this kitchen.
Let me show you some options. Hey, let's get started. You thought about under cabinet?
At Lowe's, our kitchen specialists can help you build a kitchen you've always dreamed of. We'll walk you through every step, even installation, with your budget in mind. When you come to Lowe's, you'll find more than a salesperson. You'll find a partner. Lowe's, let's build something together.
Never before has America seen something like this from a car manufacturer. Dodge introduces the Lifetime Powertrain Limited Warranty. Never before has any other car manufacturer, foreign or domestic, possessed the confidence to do this. And Dodge has done it. It means no more repair bills for covered parts for as long as you own your Dodge vehicle. It means a lifetime of peace of mind. It's a first, and it's only from Dodge. Dodge. Grab life.
Stop up! Where should we sit? Right at first base. Wait, how about along the third baseline? Wow, this is great. Just like having season tickets. Looking for great seats? Buy tickets from other fans. Have extra tickets? Sell them to other fans. Go to StubHub.com today for tickets to the hottest sports, concert, and theater events, even if they're sold out. Peanuts. Hey, there's still tickets right behind home plate. Let's go for it. StubHub, your choice, your ticket, your experience. StubHub!
Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by W.B. Mason and their new What a Bargain Super Clearance Center for office furniture and equipment. Second inning back at sunny, warm Fenway Park as Jack Cust, Mark Ellis, and Kurt Suzuki expected here in the second inning for the Oakland A's. Lester struck out the side in the first. Jack Cust, the right fielder, hitting at .262, 26 homers, 82 runs batted in, a breakout season for him at the major league level. Spent the first month of the season at AAA. Does lead the American League with 157 strikeouts, despite spending that first month of the season in the minors. But he ranks second in the American League in walks, oddly enough, at 101. He was called up for the first time on May 4th from Sacramento. Then acquired from the San Diego Padres for a player to be named later, cash considerations. Drops in there for strike three. That's the fourth strikeout of the night for Jon Lester.
Well, Jon Lester very sharp right now with his pitches, all of his pitches. We'll look at the 4 strikeouts, and the first 2 coming with cut fastballs down and in to the right-handed hitters. Then after thinking in, he goes away to Mike Piazza to get the 3rd strikeout of the night, outside corner. And now the curveball to the left-handed Jack Cust for his 4th of the night. Now the high on the season for Jon Lester, that was his very first start against the Cleveland Indians when he had 6 in that ball game. He's had back-to-back 5 strikeout performances against Tampa Bay and Toronto, but already 4 in this game tonight. Or today, or this afternoon, or this evening.
Somewhere in between. Mark Ellis rounds this one back up the middle and into center field. Ellis, who has been hot, has the second Oakland A's hit of the night.
Looks like a changeup that time from Jon Lester, and Ellis right back up the middle. He had been 0 for his last 10, but picks up the base hit there.
21 games in September overall, hitting at .325. 3 home runs and 20 RBIs in September so far for Ellis. As Kurt Suzuki stands in. All the injuries the A's have had, many of the guys who are currently in the starting 9 called up at different portions of the year. Mentioned Jack Cust coming up in May. Kurt Suzuki was called up June the 10th. He's made 64 appearances since, 59 starts, 57 of those as their catcher. Played 55 games with the AAA River Cats. Popped up, foul ground as Varitek gives it a look. Got to get back onto the screen.
To a non-winning $5 and $10 Red Sox instant tickets for the Mass Lottery into cash with every Red Sox victory in the $1 Million Double Play. Learn how to play at masslottery.com and stay tuned to Nesson after every Red Sox victory to see if you're a winner. Please play responsibly.
83% strike so far from Jon Lester. And 1 out, 1 on here in the second. Suzuki takes ball 2, 2-2. He was filled the void at the catcher spot after Jason Kendall was traded away. 54 games since the trade. Outside, full count. Jack Hanahan starting at third base again, waits on deck. Hold off to the right, we'll do it again.
I was watching a pregame show and they had that scroll on, you know, at the bottom of the screen, and I thought I read where the umpire who threw out to Milton Bradley was also suspended.
Mike Winters?
Yeah, that's very unusual to have an umpire suspended, but you know what? From everything I've heard about that story and read about it, he deserved it.
Very unusual situation. Perhaps Milton Bradley lost for the rest of the season with the knee problem as a result of all that.
Yeah, that thing, you know, that's the edge they call it. Not the scroll, it's the edge.
Certainly changes things for the San Diego Padres, who certainly need offense, and Milton Bradley was providing some of that in the middle of their order. Runner at first goes on the 3-2, and Suzuki fouls off yet another.
Yeah, we're told that Winters was suspended for the remainder of the season. Of course, remainder of the season is only 5 games from now, but still, that's a pretty stiff punishment. I think that can't recall that happening to an umpire.
Well, this credit Major League Baseball looking into it. For all the problems that Milton Bradley has had in the past, it would be easy to say that this is a one-sided thing. Strike 3 call, and caught in no man's land is Mark Ellis. Strike him out, throw him out to conclude the second. That is 5 strikeouts for Lester, who is scoreless.
I am your idea, and I'm huge. Tab me, bind me, stack me, send me round. I'm your big idea. You can't stop this. I'm your biggest idea. And Rico moves me, shows me, sends me. Leaves me behind, but never in a bind. It's the big time. I'm your big idea. And Rico's how we go and go and go. Presenting the 263 horsepower Lincoln MKZ. Rated highest in initial quality according to J.D. Power and Associates. Now joined by the fastest selling luxury crossover, the Lincoln MKX. With its award-winning safety and panoramic vista roof. Reach higher and you're destined to reach the top. Now drive the innovative Lincoln MKX for $399 a month. Or the Lincoln MKZ for $339 a month.
Dunkin' Donuts knows it's not easy being a regular, everyday working guy. To prove it, we tried this experiment with hip-hop star Jermaine Dupri.
Come on, girl.
Do I get a ticket or something? Nah, we ain't got no ticket.
Made for the regular, everyday folks. The tasty new Bacon Lovers Supreme Omelet America runs on Dunkin'.
Try our new Bacon Lovers Supreme Omelet with your medium hot coffee today.
Did you send out those FTPs? Yes. Bye.
Gosh, why are we filling ourselves up with just anything? We deserve hot, juicy
Junior Bacon Cheeseburger from Wendy's. It's delicious. And it only costs 99 cents.
Filling up with just anything? That's wrong.
Wait.
Getting big taste for only 99 cents? That's right. Like the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger with fresh, never frozen beef, or our 5-piece crispy chicken nuggets made with all white meat. Wendy's.
That's right.
The Red Sox are headed to the postseason, and NESN has you covered every step of the way. Catch live pre- and post-game coverage 1 hour before and immediately following every Red Sox playoff game. Plus, we'll have expanded coverage on Globe 10.0 and Sports Desk and relive the greatest games from the 2007 season. It's the second season. It's Soxtober on NESN.
Last half of the second inning as J.D. Drew leads it off and takes strike one from Joe Blanton. We're scoreless as we head into the last of the second inning. Drew hooks it by the dive of Mark Ellison into right field. A 3-hit night last night. J.D. Drew is going to base hit in his first at bat tonight.
And that's on a changeup. He pulls the changeup, hooks it by Mark Ellis at second base. So J.D. Drew is now 19 for his last 48. They're close to a 400 batting average for J.D. Drew.
So lead runner on here in the second inning, and here's Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis with 287, 16 homers, and 81 runs batted in. Entered last night's game as a pinch hitter and remained defensively at first base after missing 7 games due to the bruised right wrist. First hit by a pitch on September the 15th against the Yankees here at Fenway. Line to left in for a hit. Drew's up 90 feet to second base. First 2 have reached in the second.
Now both base hits coming on off-speed pitches. The changeup to J.D. Drew, in this sense, a hanging slider from Joe Blanton. The slider is one of his best pitches, but not that time, as he leaves it up in the zone, and Kevin Youkilis hooks it into left field for the base hit.
Two on, nobody out. Jason Varitek standing in. Jason overall 255, 15 homers, 66 runs batted in. So with a homer in consecutive games on the last road trip Friday and Saturday in Tampa Bay. The last 54 games, though, Varitek hitting at just 216. The average dropping from 278 down to 255. Jason with 144 home runs as a catcher in a Red Sox uniform. He's 13 home runs behind Carlton Fisk's club record. That is in his sights. Pops it up. That goes Ellis. And the second baseman makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Pretty good sized breeze blowing out towards center field tonight on this warm night at Fenway Park.
Well, the Caught Stealing replay is brought to you by LoJack, the only stolen vehicle recovery system operated by the police. Ellis caught in no man's land after the strikeout.
Looks like Ellis didn't think the ball was called a strike. He just slowed up on the way to second base and was easily tagged out.
Scobie Ellsbury taking ball 1 from Joe Blanton. Ellsbury at 367 to start the night. 3 homers, 17 runs batted in. Another start in center field, and Coco Crisp out of the Red Sox lineup again tonight. To left field. Shannon Stewart back onto the dirt of the track to make the catch. Drew is towards third base, and they're going to try and double him off, but he's able to get back just in time. He was 2/3 of the way to third base when Stewart made the catch on the track and just does get back.
And J.D. Drew thought that ball was going to go off the wall, but it fell short, and Shannon Stewart made a pretty nice play going back to the wall. And then when J.D. Drew sees the ball being caught, he's really got to hustle back to second base and just beats the throw in the foresight at second. Ball off the bat, I thought it had 10 too, but not quite enough.
So it's first and second, nobody out. Now it's first and second, 2 down. There's Julio Lugo. Hauls it off. Leo 248 homers and 73 runs batted in. 1 for 3 in the game last night. Had the chance to face his brother Rudy Lugo. And first time ever at the major league level. Was able to work the walk. Sliced foul back into the seats. Younger brother Rudy Lugo, 26 years of age, of course played together with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays and went head-to-head for the first time here last night.
And after the walk, Julio was trying to bait him a little bit, but Rudy would have none of it.
Two on, 2 down. The 1-2 pitch to Julio Lugo. Up and away, and it's 2-2. Lugo has powered up a little bit lately. 2 homers in the last 6 games.
This was last night after Lugo walked, and watch him stare his brother down as he heads down the first base line like you don't want to pitch to me, but his brother would have none of it. He wouldn't look at him.
On the corner for strike 3. First strikeout of the night for Blanton. Red Sox strand a pair. Scoreless after 2.
You need a little. I'm good. Okay. Maybe touch a deal. Yeah. Okay.
There's a better place to play. Foxwoods Resort Casino, home of the only poker room in New England. Check out the action at foxwoods.com.
As you know, it doesn't cost much to get a AAA card, but you probably didn't know just how much that little card can save you. Like 30% off eyewear at LensCrafters. Save 10% at Payless Shoe Source on shoes and accessories. Save an average of 20% at over 56,000 pharmacies. In fact, you can save at over 150,000 merchants nationwide. Go to AAA.com/save for a full list of savings. Start saving with your AAA card today.
That's Rusty Wallace, amazing driver. He's also my third cousin once removed. That's his brother, Mike Wallace, driver of the Geico Chevrolet. I could see why Geico sponsors Mike. And when he does well, people will think about saving money on car insurance. Whereas if I were driving that car, all they could think about is, there goes Lauren Wallace, greatest thing that ever climbed into a race car. Poor fella, he has no idea.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
At VIP Parts, Tires, and Service, we know how to show you and your car a little love. Need tires? Our Speed Lane pros help you make the right selection for the best price guaranteed. And we'll install them in under an hour. No wasted time. Just the biggest selection of name brand quality tires. Michelin, Pirelli, Goodyear, and more in stock when you need them. Installed by qualified service techs faster than anywhere. When you need quality name brand tires, make an appointment in our Speed Lane bay. VIP, a little love goes a long way.
Top half of the 3rd inning, Jack Hanahan leads it off for the A's. And a swing and a miss at Jon Lester, who's been throwing nothing but strikes tonight so far. He struck out 5 batters through the first 2 innings. About to throw his 30th pitch, 23 strikes so far in the night. And another to make it 0-2.
I've mentioned this many times, Don, but I'm anxious to see as we look at the second pitch strike on a curveball what a healthy offseason is going to do for Jon Lester. I mean, he can go home at the end of this season, relax a little bit, get strong, get prepared for spring training. A totally different offseason than a year ago, obviously, and it's going to be interesting to see him in spring training.
Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Jeep dealers and by Dunkin' Donuts. And the sun headed down on a warm night at Fenway Park. Scoreless here in the top half of the third inning. 1-2 to Jack Hanahan. 2-2. Chavez, one of the many banged up Oakland Athletics. Hanahan has been filling in at third base in his absence. Full count. Chavez placed on the DL. Lower back spasms and transferred onto the 60-day DL. Off to the left. We'll do it again with a full count.
A couple of new lefties that we're seeing, Hanahan and Barton. Both guys take healthy cuts up at home plate. They really do.
Well, the A's have used an Oakland record and Major League leading 54 players this year. One more than the Colorado Rockies, who used 53. The A's have used the DL 22 times this season, which ties the Oakland record set in 1992. They've used the 60-day DL 11 times. It's been a banged up bunch. This last year in the American League Championship Series, matched up against the Tigers. And they hoped that the addition of Mike Piazza and others would help them get even further this year, and that's just not happened. Injuries have set them back.
They could make a whole team of guys, and a pretty good team of guys that are on the DL.
Find themselves 17 games behind the American League West champion Los Angeles Angels.
That's some of their big-time players there. Chavez, Crosby, Rich Harden, Duksha. I mean, a lot of those guys. Travis Buck.
Strike three call, much to the chagrin of Jack Hanahan, who becomes punch-out number 6 for Jon Lester. Let's check in with Tina Cervasio.
And Jerry was just talking earlier about what a healthy offseason can do for Jon Lester. Well, with today being his last start of the season, I asked manager Terry Francona if he could sum up Lester's year, and he said the most spectacular part was way back in February when he reported to spring training camp cancer-free. And now, of course, Lester is back on track.
This is an exciting young pitcher for our organization. Are you going to see it every 5 days? Maybe not. But with his delivery and his strength and his endurance, he's going to be a good Major League pitcher for a long time.
Terry also said how we all know how Lester's development was interrupted exactly 1 year ago. For him to now go out there every 5 days, be part of a rotation, and continue his development without that interruption, they have already seen Lester make some pretty impressive strides as a major leaguer.
Hey, Tina, thank you very much. Donnie Murphy, in his first look at Jon Lester, lines went into left field for a one-out single. And it's a third hit off Jon Lester.
Going back one batter, Jack Hanahan going down again on a cut fastball that stays inside corner. Hanahan didn't think so. 2 of the 3 hits that Lester has given up tonight have been on changeups. The one to Ellis and that last one to Murphy. The other one, the double to Barton on a fastball.
This one chopped back to Lester to second base in the dirt, and they don't get anybody.
Well, Lugo might have tagged him before he got to the bag. I mean, he was bobbling it coming across the bag, but he may have applied the tag to him before he got to second base.
Ray Darling, the second base umpire, on the call.
Not a good throw from Lester. There's the bobble, and there's the tag. Unless it's a phantom tag, it was on the back. Let's see. Oh, he got him. He definitely got him right there before he got to the bag.
No doubt about it.
Bobble, 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 tag on the shoulder, it looks like, and then the foot in the back. So that was a missed call at second base.
Charge Lester with an error on the throw. Batter reaching on a fielder's choice. So it's 2 on, 1 away, and another chance here for the Oakland A's. Should be 2 outs in the inning. If Lester makes a good throw, should be the end of the inning.
Probably should be the end of the inning, exactly, Don, because he was in a good position to throw. He just did not make a good throw, and they probably would have had the double play to get out of the inning.
It was like he hesitated, like he didn't know who was covering. The 1-0. Breaking ball misses for ball 2, 2-0.
One more look at this as he take a peek back to second base. He did hesitate because he saw 2 white jerseys, but you know before the play develops. I mean, that's a signal that you get from your shortstop. You know, I've got it or he's got it, so you should know that. But of course, sometimes you get the ball back to you. You see 2 shirts like that, and you're not quite sure which one's going to the bag. But that is all predetermined on who's covering the bag with the pitcher prior to the first pitch of the hitter.
Two on, 1 away, the 2-1. 3-1 now to Barton, who's been dangerous in this 2-game series. Homered off Kurt Schilling last night in the first. Doubled in the first inning in tonight's game. Ball 4, and it loads the bases. Lester peering in, want to know where that one was. First walk given up by Jon Lester.
Now Lester's got a lot of the close calls so far early in the game, and that ball apparently called for being too high.
So the base is loaded, 1-out situation now. And Nick Swisher, the batter, as it's second time through. The Oakland A's order now for Jon Lester. Nick Swisher, a strikeout victim in the first. He went looking. Swing and a miss.
First pitch curveball from Jon Lester with the bases loaded. The off-balance swing by Nick Swisher.
Hits it off foul, and it's 0-2.
6 times this year, Jon Lester has faced the batter with the bases loaded and has not yet given up a hit.
That was a recurring theme that we saw last year in his first year at the major league level. A lot of jams that he's worked in and out of. Piazza waits on deck. Bases loaded, 1 down. An opportunity here for the A's in the third. Did he go? No. This is Larry Poncino.
Not even really close. But anytime the bat starts like that, the defense will check it.
Murphy at third, Stewart at second, Barton at first. 1-2 is ball 2, and it's 2-2.
Another pitch that Lester thought he had, and again, maybe being called for being too high. Looks like the cut fastball from Lester. That's 2 pitches in about the same area in this inning that have not been called strikes for him.
3 and a full count. Murphy, Stewart, Martin. Bases filled with Oakland A's. Top foul by Swisher.
Funny how you watch hitters who have the same habits, you know, on every single pitch, every at bat of the season. And one thing Swisher does right before the pitch comes in, he'll look up toward the sky, almost to the flagpole in center field. See him do that at Oakland. It's almost like he's looking up at that big, ugly, you know,
Mountain
Davis out there. And here he's looking toward Cambridge.
Lifts a fly ball to center field. Ellsbury coming in as Murphy readies himself at third. Ellsbury makes the catch. Here's the throw that is cut off, and the Oakland A's take a 1-0 lead. And a sacrifice fly by Nick Swisher picks up his 76th RBI of the season. John Farrell makes his way to the mound to talk to Jon Lester.
Now, Jon Lester's been upset with a couple of calls, and maybe that's one of the reasons John Farrell making his way out there to try to get him calmed down and back focused on hitters. The fly ball was not that deep by Swisher, but not a very strong throw by Ellsbury. And the Athletics pick up the first run of the ball game. Car shopping is fast and easy when you start at boston.com/cars. Find more than 50,000 new and used vehicles locally at boston.com/cars.
So it's the A's who strike first tonight on top 1-0. They did last night as well. When the Red Sox came back, here's Mike Piazza with runners at first and second and 2 down. He struck out looking in the first inning. And it's strike one from Lester. For the first 2 innings, Jon Lester threw 28 pitches. He's about to throw his 28th pitch of this inning. Tied a season high in strikeouts with 6, doing that through 2 2/3 innings tonight. Shannon Stewart at second base. Derek Barton at first base. 2 down. Piazza chops it left side. Lugo flips underhanded and in time to end the inning. 2.5 done. The A's jump on top 1-0.
We went around swapping people's vehicles for 1 week. We didn't tell them we were from Ford. We told them it was market research.
I came to swap my Toyota Camry for a Ford Fusion. If I had to use one word to describe the Ford Fusion, I would say that it's stylish. It's really elegant inside. It's also sporty from the outside, so I think it really reflects the type of person that I am.
Now lease the stylish Fusion SE for just $199 a month, or swap your ride and get $2,000 in total savings. Visit your local Ford dealer or go to newenglandford.com.
No matter where we come from, one sport brings us all together. The people of Citgo salute baseball and all the incredible places the game can take us. Citgo, there at every turn.
Beer.
Don't miss the special doubleheader season finale on Sox Appeal tonight following the Red Sox postgame coverage. Leading off in the Best of Sox Appeal are the funniest moments of the series, followed by outtakes and mishaps in the casting special. It's a Sox Appeal season finale event tonight after postgame. We'll be able to see that after postgame coverage. It'll be on pretty early. We got this 5 o'clock start. I can't wait to get home.
Dustin Pedroia leads it off here in the last half of the third inning. Oakland A's on top 1-0. Dustin getting his second look at Joe Blanton. Grounded out to shortstop first time up. Pedroia 2 hits in his last 18 at bats and 4 for his last 29. Leads Major League rookies in batting average as he starts the day hitting at .314. Red Sox had the first 2 reach in the second, both on base hits. J.D. Drew, Kevin Youkilis. They could not advance, however. Varitek popped out, Ellsbury flied out, and then Lugo struck out to end the inning. Lead runner on again for the Red Sox, this time by virtue of a walk.
Stop and Shop's triple winner has raised more than $43 million for the Jimmy Fund thanks to the support of Stop and Shop's customers, suppliers, and the Boston Red Sox. Stop and Shop, the official supermarket of the Boston Red Sox.
Well, leadoff walk for Dustin Pedroia. Here comes Manny Ramirez. And he singled to center field first time up. Manny last night seeing his first action since August 28th in New York. He left the game originally with a strained left oblique muscle, missed 24 games with the injury. On a strike down to Ramirez. David Ortiz waits on deck, nobody out, last of the third. He fouls it back to the screen. Manny with 13 straight seasons with 20+ home runs. The 12th player in history to have a streak of at least 13 seasons. And the second active player, Chipper Jones, also 13. And he sends it the opposite way into right field for a base hit. Dustin Pedroia stops at second base, gathered quickly by Custon Wright. And the first 2 have reached here in the third for the second straight inning.
Now 2 base hits for Ramirez tonight, both again on fastballs. One up the middle on an inside fastball, this time away from Manny Ramirez, and similar to his first hit last night, just reaching out and lining it to the opposite field. You can see Manny up there. All he's trying to do really is make good, solid, hard contact. He's not trying to hit home runs. He's trying to get back in the groove. He's become a singles hitter down. That's why they put him in a 2 slot.
And 2 on, nobody out. David Ortiz popped out to second base first time up. Time now for the Coors Cold Blast. David Ortiz hitting his 33rd home run of the year down the line and right. A 2-run shot and part of the Red Sox victory last night, 7-3. And his AL ranks first in on-base percentage. Second in extra base hit, third in home runs. Of course, A-Rod on top of that list. And in the top 10 in average at .321 eighth. Amazing. Last year, Ortiz with the 54 home runs, 137 RBIs. But the average was at 287. This year, only 33 home runs with a batting average of 321. Ortiz tried to hold up and did not go around, says Jerry Meals.
Last year, trying to set the Red Sox record, you get trapped sometimes in trying to hit home runs, and when you do that, you make a lot of outs. And I think this year, David Ortiz is a more complete hitter, even though the home run production is down. The average is up for him. But when you get, close to setting any kind of record, I mean, you go to the plate, these guys thinking about setting that record, and sometimes that takes you out of your swing.
Cole waits on deck. Ball 4, and that'll load him up. And the second walk of the inning served up by Joe Blanton. Bases loaded, nobody out situation for Mike Lowell, who was able to drive in the Red Sox first run last night. And the Red Sox are in a similar situation, trailing 1-0. Headed out to second base in his first at bat tonight. First strike one from Blanton.
Right now, no problems for the hitters. The backdrop now is covered with shade. Same thing out in right field.
Holding off, and it's 2-1. Blanton, who won 3 straight outings at Los Angeles, at Seattle, and then at home against Texas, losing last time out at Jacobs Field in Cleveland. Ball shoots it to right field, a base hit. Pedroia from third base. Manny motoring around, is going to try and score. It's cut off. 2 runs in. Red Sox take a 2-1 lead. Mike Lowell driving in a pair. RBIs 112 and 113 on the season, and it's given the Red Sox the lead.
One thing Lowell's been so good at this season is going the other way. Now look at that pitch. That ball is down and in, but still with the inside-out swing, takes it to the opposite field to drive in 2 runs. That's a hard pitch to move the other way. Manny running well as he heads into home plate. Certainly a good sign.
Kurt Young, the pitching coach, out there to talk to Joe Blanton. Starts grabbing 2 runs with still nobody out in the inning. It's first and third now. He's given up 2 walks and 2 hits.
NESN's weekend coverage of the final homestand begins with Friday Night Fenway, presented by Team Sully Mack, live at 5:30. Join TC, Tina, Don, and me for 30 extra minutes of live coverage from Red Dogs on Yorkie Way for the final word on the regular season and some playoff predictions. The earlier you turn to NESN.
Drew lifts a fly ball to left. Shannon Stewart camped underneath. Makes the catch. Big pop. He's going to try it. Throw goes to second. Red Sox have a 3-1 lead.
Not even an attempt to throw home there by Shannon Stewart as J.D. Drew picks up the sacrifice fly. Picks up his 59th RBI of the season. David Ortiz tagging and letting it loose with a slide. It was not even a throw to home plate. Let me finish up that promo, Don. The earlier you turn on NESN, the sooner we get you into the big game.
One out, 3 runs in. Mike Lowell at first base for Kevin Youkilis. Youkilis is single to left field first time up. Joe Blanton against the Red Sox in his career, 2-1 with a 2.60 ERA. And 4 career starts coming into tonight's action. Chris lifts it foul down the right field line, then I get back into the seats. This player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. With nobody on, 245 average for Youkilis. People on, he hits a 339. And most of his home runs have come with runners on base.
And with Martians on, he's also hitting at a 339 pace. What else would be on the people?
Just mixed it up a little bit.
Don't throw that one out there in the national game.
Men, people, just try to mix it up.
That might be a little painful for Youkilis, with that wrist thing when you check your swing. Take a look at 3 pitches ago right there in that swing, and you see a little grimace from Kevin Youkilis. So Kevin's still not at 100%.
Strike 3 call. And the second strikeout for Joe Blanton. Both have been called third strikes.
Now Youkilis taking the fastball, and the fastball right on the outside part of the plate. Good pitch by Blanton. Now, when you have that type of an injury that Youkilis has, you check your swing, or if you don't have a perfect swing, it's going to be painful. And it's probably going to be painful for him the rest of the season.
2 down, Lowell at first base. And Jason Varitek, who takes ball 1. Varitek popped out to second base first time up. With the swing and a miss, 2-1. Delco Records home and road for Joe Blanton, 7-5. Up and away, falling behind, 3-1. In his last 8 starts, he's 5-2 with a 3.02 ERA. Here's ball 4. He's a guy who doesn't walk a lot of people, but he was walked 3 in this inning.
Yeah, we highlighted the low total of walks for Blanton throughout the course of the season. This is very unusual for him.
Season high is 3 batters. He did that in his last start. It snapped a streak of 19 consecutive starts with 2 walks or fewer. And here he's walked 3 in the inning. And walks per 9 innings, only behind Bird and Sabathia, the Indians combination.
The surprising one to me there is CC Sabathia. I mean, that guy throws hard. He's a power pitcher, but yet the low walk total. Paul Beard has always been like that throughout his major league career.
Down and in, 2-0.
And Blanton right now looks totally disgusted with himself. Having a tough time finding the strike zone. You see his shoulders kind of drop after that last pitch.
Ellsbury, the 8th member of the Red Sox to bat here in the 3rd inning. Kroll at second base. Jason Varitek first base. 2 down. A 3-run bottom of the third so far for Boston. Ellsbury with a swing and a miss.
Good changeup again by Joe Blanton in that fastball count. Jacoby Ellsbury chasing the ball down and away.
Swing and a miss, and strikes out Ellsbury. But the damage done. The Red Sox score 3 times, take a 3-1 lead after 3.
Thanks, folks. I gotta get going. Cindy, keep my plane ready a little later. We're not finished yet. Cindy, I got stuck on a client call. Cindy, something else just came up. Oh, yeah. Hey, Cindy.
Your plane is ready.
Thanks, Cindy. You're the best.
With so many convenient nonstop flights, you'll feel like you have your own company plane. You can count on Southwest Airlines to get you there on time with friendly customer service.
You are now free to move about the country.
If you want it, here it is. Come and get it. Make your mind up fast. If you want it.
The clock is ticking at the Chevy Time to Buy sale. For a few short days, get great deals on most Chevys. Hurry, time is running out.
Well-qualified buyers get 0% APR financing for 60 months on all 2007 Chevy Silverado half-ton crew cabs. Shop and compare at maindrivechevy.com.
They've got the sharpest pencil in town. And they just sit around that showroom figuring deals and whittling that old pencil down. They know that if you buy once, you're gonna be back. So instead of buying one, you're buying two, and that's a fact. They've got the sharpest pencil in town.
So come on down, neighbor. The coffee pot's on.
Only hours remain to save more than ever before at Maine's top Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep store, Darlings in Ellsworth.
Customer appreciation celebration means you pay less.
And that's always, now with a lifetime warranty.
It's extra value in every deal.
But this September to remember is only for a few days more, where GM's top brands are less than Chevy, and we welcome all credit scores.
You'll do better at Darlings.
Time now for the Aflac trivia question. And our question tonight, Josh Beckett has 20 wins, 194 in the third innings. Who is the only Sox star to record 20 wins and finish the season with less than 200 innings pitched? Well, Mike Lowell with a couple of RBIs has moved past Butch Hobson's mark of 112. The third baseman, 113 RBIs, a new record for the Red Sox. And their third baseman over the years. It's a 3-1 Red Sox lead. Jack Cust leading it off, carving it foul. Cust struck out looking in the second inning. Jon Lester, in 2 1/3 innings, had racked up 6 strikeouts. At a 19-minute wait as the Red Sox scored 3 times for him in the bottom of the third. Lester about to throw his 60th pitch of the night to the first batter here of the 4th inning. And it's 2-2. Cust couldn't hold up.
He got him on a curveball back in the second inning for a strikeout. Curveball that time, and gets a count even 2-2 on Cust.
Cust leads the American League with 157 strikeouts. Only struck out once tonight. And he does again. Let's check back in with Tina.
Tonight, the Red Sox honor their 2007 minor league award winners, including shortstop Jed Lowrie, who's joining me now. He played for the Paw Sox and started off in Portland. And Jed, what did you really learn most this season as you were making your way up through the system and getting a little closer to the major leagues?
Well, I think the biggest thing is just taking the information that I got last year, learning how to play every day, and translating it into results this year.
And Jed was named Offensive Player of the Year, batting a combined .298. And you sort of rejoined your teammates here, Clay Buchholz and Jacoby Ellsbury, who were also honored today. What have they told you about their time here with the Red Sox?
I mean, obviously nothing but the best. You know, the energy that is created here at Fenway is second to none anywhere in Major League Baseball. And, you know, they're just obviously really excited to be here. And, you know, I'm also looking forward to be here.
So where were you when you found out that Clay Buchholz had just thrown a no-hitter?
I was watching every pitch. We had our game in Pawtucket, and I think we played a 5 o'clock game. They played a 7 o'clock game, and we were on the edge of our seats just like everybody at Fenway.
So what are the plans for you now? What will you be doing this fall into the winter?
I'm going to the Arizona Fall League, and I have to report October 3rd, and I think the first game is the 7th. So I'll be playing for about a month and a half in Arizona, and then after that, just getting ready for spring training.
All right, Jed, good luck in the Arizona Fall League. We will see you in spring training, and congratulations on one of the Red Sox minor league award winners tonight. Don, back to you.
All right, Tina, thank you very much. Some great answers from Jed Lowrie. Of course, we have seen in spring training, and fans in both Portland and Pawtucket get to see this year.
That's a nice thing the Red Sox do. You know, they honor their players right here at Fenway Park, which is very special. Give them a feeling of what it's like to be in this Major League ballpark. And, you know, they all accomplish great things at the minor league level and all dream of being right where Ellsbury is right now on the field here at Fenway.
The other winners tonight, the pitcher of the year, Clay Buchholz for Portland and Pawtucket, of course, combining there before arriving here on the scene. The defensive player of the year, base runner of the year, was Jacoby Ellsbury. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Lester's back to throwing strikes. It's a season-high 8 strikeouts on the night.
Another cut fastball. Both strikeouts in this inning to Costa, left-handed. Now back down and into Ellis, the right-hander. Both cut fastballs for the strikeout. So big strikeout night here for Jon Lester.
Two down for Kurt Suzuki, who struck out swinging. For Lester, his career high in strikeouts is 10. That against the Washington Nationals last year as part of interleague play. So he's too shy of the career high, but a season high 8 strikeouts tonight. About to throw his 70th pitch of the night. Hanahan waits on deck. 2 outs, bases empty. 3-0 pitch in there for strike 3 and 1. Missing for ball 4, and it's the second walk given up tonight by Jon Lester.
Nesson's celebration of the 40th anniversary of the magical 1967 season continues this weekend before the playoffs begin. Join us Sunday night at 7 for a look back in time with a special presentation of Impossible Dream, the original 1967 documentary hosted by the late Ken Coleman. That's Sunday at 7, only on Nesson.
Well, base runner with 2 down here for the Oakland A's and Kurt Suzuki as Jack Hanahan stands in. And sends one to left field. That'll get in front of Ramirez, who plays it on a hop. And it's a 2-out base hit for Hanahan, and it's first and second now. That's the 4th hit for the Oakland A's on the night. And trying to get something going here with 2 down in the inning. They work towards the bottom of the order, and it's Donnie Murphy who stands in. Shortstop singled and scored the only Oakland run in the 3rd. Second career start for Jon Lester against the A's, the first since July 13th of last year. Got a no decision in that contest after allowing 1 run on 5 hits. He walked 5 in 5 innings. Two and 0. Struck out Custon Ellis to begin the inning. He walked Suzuki. A single for Hanahan. It's 1st and 2nd, 2 down. Murphy drives it deep and far to left field. Manny turns and watches it leave. Up over everything. A 3-run home run for Donnie Murphy, his 6th of the year. And just like that, the Oakland A's pull ahead 4-3. All of this coming with 2 outs in the inning.
Now, what a strange inning this has been for Jon Lester. I mean, 2 quick strikeouts, then the walk that broke momentum, the base hit, and now the 3-run home run. That ball over the monster seats in left field.
So 2 down, the base is empty now thanks to the 3-run shot by Donnie Murphy. There's a strike, 1-1. Shannon Stewart struck out swinging in the first, reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd, 0 for 2. Ground and through into left field.
And we'll start to see some activity down in that Red Sox bullpen as John Farrell goes to the phone.
What a strange outing this has been for Jon Lester. The high strikeout total. And some walks and some hits and some brief spells of wildness. As Kyle Snyder's first up in the Red Sox pen. Seen Snyder since the 18th of September, and he last pitched at Toronto. It's Derek Barton, who doubled in the 1st inning, walked in the 3rd. Wilson in the air to center field this time. Jacoby Ellsbury makes the catch. It ends the inning, but it is a 3-run inning on the 3-run shot by Donnie Murphy that has the A's on top 4-3.
You hear about Fensky? No. Got hurt, missed work. Thought his major medical was enough. Poor guy. Didn't have Aflac.
What does Aflac do?
Let's say this is major medical, right? Well, see the hole? That's where Aflac comes in. Helps pay for groceries, rent, all kinds of bills. Major medical? Poor Fensky. He thought he had enough coverage.
Aflac. Ask about it at work.
We've come to the birthplace of gridlock with 2 cars and 1 goal. Get off the island first. The new 303 horsepower Lexus GS 350 with all-wheel drive. You can't lose.
Did you send out those FTPs? Yeah, yes. Bye.
Why are we filling ourselves up with just anything? We deserve hot, juicy Junior Bacon Cheeseburger from Wendy's.
It's delicious. And it only costs 99 cents. Filling up with just anything? That's wrong.
Wait.
Getting big taste for only 99 cents? That's right. Like the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger with fresh, never frozen beef, or our 5-piece crispy chicken nuggets made with all white meat. Wendy's.
That's right.
Tonight at 10 at Sports Desk with Hazel Mary, presented by FW Webb, home of Frank Webb's Bath Centers. Here are the details of Patriots quarterback Tom Brady's big day. He collected more NFL hardware, and his new son's pitcher made its public debut. Plus, the votes are in. Find out the fate of the ball that Barry Bonds hit to break the all-time home run record. It's all on Sports Desk tonight at 10, only on NESN. You know, I should have checked the schedule before I went in the booth. It's my fault, but it's Catherine Tappan who is going to be hosting Sports Desk tonight instead of Hazel. I should have double-checked the bulletin board at NESN before reporting to the ballpark. That's the merit for me.
Last half of the fourth inning as Blanton now has a lead to work with on top 4-3. Julio Lugo, Dustin Pedroia, and Manny Ramirez are in the bottom of the fourth inning now, trailing by a run.
Actually, you know, every day we have to report into NESN prior to coming to the ballpark, and what we generally do, our schedule pretty much remains the same, but we're also instructed to go and find out about other programs. So they have this big board that's up in this room. And
how could you miss it?
So I just blew it.
South left side, Murphy plays the hop. And the out of Lugo for the first out here in the bottom of the fourth.
So my apologies to Catherine Tappan, who will be hosting Sports Desk tonight. She'll give you all that good information on Tom Brady's big day. I already know what's going to happen to Barry Bonds' baseball. It's kind of strange, very strange.
Well, it's important to check that schedule every day just to make sure we're on it, even though we're supposed to be. I mean,
you do it every day. You're home for 81 home games. You go in. Sometimes you get a little lazy, and I must admit that I got lazy. I didn't check all the programming, so. I take complete responsibility for that, and hopefully I'll make it through the next 4 days.
We got to pass. Dustin Pedroia grounded out to short in the first. He walked and scored in the third. Into left field over to Shannon Stewart to play it in the backhand. It gets through him to the wall. And heading for second base is Pedroia. He was headed there anyway. And at second base with one down.
Well, Pedroia has been in a bit of a slump. 4 for his last 29. He, in this game, has a walk. Now he has the double. He gets that inside fastball and turns it around down that left field line. Pedroia's average had dropped to 314 coming into the game. He'd been out of the top 10. Kyle Crawford was number 10 at 315. Love to see him finish in the top 10. You know, he's been there for so long.
One down, Pedroia in scoring position for Manny Ramirez. 2 for 2 tonight. Single to center, single to right. Through the 6 Boston hits. Into right center. Third hit of the night for Ramirez. Pedroia is going to come around, and the Red Sox tie the score 4-4. Manny having a big night.
Well, again, if you notice, every hit that Manny has had since coming back into the lineup, which is now a total of 4, every single one has been on a fastball. This fastball is up and in. It kind of jams Manny a little, but still he drops the base hit into center field.
Last 3-hit game for Manny. We'll go back to July 26th at Cleveland. And it's his 6th 3-hit game of the season. He's at first, one down. Joe Blanton has done himself no favors here tonight. In a lead of 1-0, which he relinquished. Red Sox scored 3 times in the bottom of the third. Then his offense gives him a 4-3 advantage. And the Red Sox come right back, tied 4-4. It's up to 73 pitches as he works with 1 out here in the 4th inning. and it's 1-2.
Now David Ortiz fooled on the changeup, upset with himself.
Biden holding on, Manny Ramirez. To right, in for a hit. Ramirez thinking first to third. He's headed there as Cuss gets it back in, and it is first and third.
Well, he was fooled on a changeup, but he was not fooled on a hanging curveball. And Ortiz with the line shot to right field for the base hit. That ball just stayed up I should say belt high, and that's one that if he gets it a lift on, he's going to hit it a long way. Manny, no problem running to third base.
That's the one thing we did hear from Terry Francona, even when Manny was taking very good batting practice, that running was a problem. We haven't seen that at all in his return.
He's looked real good. He really has. And not only at the plate, but running the bases. Four hits for Ramirez since returning to the lineup in his first at bat last night. Fastball middle, goes to the opposite field. Tonight, fastball middle, up the middle for the base hit. Fastball away, just shoots it to the opposite field. Fastball again, up and in center field. So all base hits of Ramirez have been on fastballs since returning to the lineup.
First and third, one down. Mike Lowell, the batter. He grounded out to second base in the first and then knocked in a pair of runs with a single to right field in the third. 113 RBIs. Pitch outside, it's 2-0. Most RBIs ever for Red Sox third baseman, surpassing Butch Hobson's record. Bloop into right field. From third comes Ramirez. The throw to first, not in time. Red Sox lead it 5-4.
Well, Mike Lowell might have got hurt going down at first baseline. You see him limping back to the bag. I don't know if he twisted his ankle on the bag at first base. There was a throw to first. Looks like he's pointing toward his Achilles area. Let's see what happens here as he goes to first base. It looks like he hit the front part of that bag and then came up lame.
First and second as he picks up yet another RBI, 3 on the night. 114 now in the season. J.D. Drew, the batter. He is single. A sacrifice fly to pick up his 59th RBI of the year. And he takes strike one from Blanton. Four straight hits by the Red Sox and 2 runs to put him back on top again. This one on the ground towards second base. Ellis will flip to second for one, on to first, and J.D. Drew grounds into the double play, but the Red Sox grab a pair of runs, take a 5-4 lead at the end of 4.
Get more energy at MBZip.com. When it comes to repairs, VIP always tells you up front what's wrong, when it'll be fixed, and we'll do it for less. At VIP, we shoot straight, always. We'll never leave you in the dark. Our qualified techs will tell you what your car needs and what it doesn't in plain English. Our full 1-year nationwide warranty on parts and labor means we stand behind everything we do. And we'll always let you know exactly when your repairs will be done. When you need service, head to VIP. A little love goes a long way.
Honey? I think this might be our lucky day.
I think it might be.
I think this is what we've been waiting for.
I think it is. Yes! It turned blue!
Introducing the Coors Light Cold Activated Bottle. The mountains turn from white to blue when your beer reaches the perfect temperature.
It's blue like your eyes.
My eyes are green.
Only from Frostbrewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Going to Burger Town. Want anything?
Oh, if they still have the Can My Butt Look Any Bigger meal, will you get me one? Me too.
Instead, try the new Subway Fresh Fit Meal. Now with more tasty choices like new hearty wheat bread and low-fat yogurt. Subway, eat fresh.
On the Green Monster comes WB Mason's What a Bargain Super Clearance Center. You will save up to 75% on hundreds and hundreds of new and used office furniture and equipment. Located in Boston at 647 Summer Street, across from the Boston Athletic Club. There's plenty of free parking. Who but WB Mason's What a Bargain store.
Very nice. Daniel Emily in West Hartford, Connecticut. As we head to the 5th inning, let's check out our Aflac trivia question. Josh Beckett has 20 wins on 194 in the 3rd innings pitched. Who is the only Sox starter to record 20 wins and finish the season with less than 200 innings pitched? Pedro Martinez, 199 in 3rd innings pitched in 2002, finished up the year 20-4. The feat has only been accomplished twice in Major League history. Besides Pedro, the only other pitcher to do it was Bob Grimm, who was 28 in 199 innings even for the Yankees in 1954. And in that 2002 season, of course, Derek Lowe also had 20 wins. He had 21, and remarkably, the Red Sox did not go to the postseason, even though they had 2 20-game winners. Swing and a miss for Nick Swisher. He's quickly down 0-2. Swisher struck out looking and hit a sacrifice fly to center field, his 76th RBI of the season. As Lester starts the 5th inning, there is action in the pen as there was last inning. Kyle Snyder. Last inning, Lester got 2 quick outs on strikeouts of Cust and Ellis. A walk, a single, and a 3-run shot later. The Oakland A's had the lead, however brief it was. Swisher strikes out, 9th K for Jon Lester.
Lester going to the fastball this time to pick up the strikeout. The second time he has got Swisher tonight. Once on a cutter, once on a straight fastball.
Pitching line is brought to you by Nissan. Lester with 9 strikeouts, a season high, 1 shy of his career high. 4 runs, 3 of them earned in 4 1/3 innings. Mike Piazza's 0 for 2. He struck out looking and reached on a fielder's choice. Up foul, back and out of play. Swing and a miss, and the count 1-2. Chopped down 3rd baseline foul, hangs at 1-2.
Just checking that National League, Don, and boy, I'll tell you, can the Mets hold off Philly, 2-game spread? Can the Cubs hold off Milwaukee, 2-game spread? Arizona 2 ahead of San Diego. That's some race. Oh, the National League.
How about the wild card where the Colorado Rockies are right back in the mix? They're getting back with the Padres now, as are the Phillies. This is driven deep and far to left field by Piazza, and that is gone. His 8th home run of the year. And back and forth we go. The A's have tied the score at 5-5.
Well, Mike Piazza picking up home run number 8 on a cut fastball from Jon Lester. He's been doing a great job all night getting that ball inside, but that one stays out over the plate. And Piazza ties the game up.
Well, Jack Cust taking ball 1 from Jon Lester. Well, that is the first home run for Piazza against a lefty this season. The 7 previous home runs all coming off right-handers. Now 427 career home runs. Custis struck out twice tonight, once looking, once swinging. But is ahead this time 3-0. Well, pitches per start have always been an issue for Jon Lester as far as getting deeply into games. Throwing 93 pitches through 4 1/3 innings tonight, averaging 97 and the high 108. Cuss taken all the way, and he takes ball 4. It's a 4-pitch walk, and here comes Terry Francona. Snyder ready to go. Lester unable to get through the 5th inning. He will leave responsible for Jack Cust at first base. In a night in which Jon Lester strikes out 9 batters in 4 1/3 innings, but departs in a 5-5 game. Snyder making his way in.
ThermoSpas custom designs hot tubs for therapy, along with entertainment, and today has engineered a revolutionary swim spa called the Spa Trainer. Large enough to accommodate 12 adults. A powerful current allows you to swim endlessly, while the other side provides the ultimate hot tub experience. In the Spa Trainer, you control the intensity, and best of all, it's self-contained, so it's ready to use the day we deliver it. Call to receive a free DVD and a 48-page brochure to learn all about ThermoSpa's luxurious hot tubs and swim spas. Call now and we'll include free delivery, a $450 value, free chemicals, a $150 value, and a $400 cash coupon. This $1,000 offer is free, with no obligation, and is valid for 1 year.
Call 800-862-3700.
ThermoSpas, luxurious hot tubs made affordable.
Get continuing pre- and post-game coverage throughout the playoffs from the network with the best Sox access in baseball. Soxtober on NESN. One nation, one network.
Don't cast your presidential vote until you've heard what the candidates have to say. Friday night after Sox coverage, it's a NESN special presentation. Red Sox Nation, the presidential debate presented by the Great Sovereign Bank. Moderated by NBC's Tim Russin and NESN's own Tina Savasio. You'll see it here, the finalists, as they make their final pitches before Election Day. That's Friday, immediately following Red Sox postgame coverage on NESN. Thank you very much for your vote. Now, look, if you'd like to be part of the studio audience tomorrow, there's a few seats left. The taping is at 11:30 a.m. at BU at the George Sherman Union at 775 Com Ave. So if you want to be part of a live show on NESN, or a tape show, I should say, on NESN, be there tomorrow at 11:30.
I think there's going to be some fireworks, just a prediction on my hand, but I can't see you staying calm when things get hot.
No, you know what happened today, Don? I'll tell you what happened. I had all these people, they wanted, you know how you before debates they want to throw questions, all these questions at you. How do you handle it? I said no. Absolutely not. What I'm actually looking forward to is meeting the other candidates. I haven't met a lot of them because every function I've been away. So I'm looking forward to meeting some of these fine people who want to be president of Red Sox Nation. I'm also going to be anxious to meet Tim Russett and how he enjoys watching J.P. Lousman all season long up in Buffalo. He's a big Bills fan. But I'm prepared. I think, I pretty much know what I want to say and what message I like to get across. And we're going universal. There's no question.
You going to be nervous tonight?
No.
You sleep okay? Full night's sleep? No problem?
I mean, this isn't, it's not life or death. I mean, it's something I'm looking very much forward to. I've totally enjoyed. It's been taxing, I must say, the last month and a half, 2 months. But
I'm glad they ran out of road games so that you would be here for this event this time around.
It's nice they had one that I could go to anyway. That's why I say I haven't met a lot of the candidates.
And 1 out, Jack Cust at first base. Mark Ellis, the batter. And a pitch inside. Got to be careful with him. The league leaders. Brought to you by Olympia Sports. League leaders versus left-handed pitchers. 11 home runs for Ellis off lefties. So Lester coming out, Snyder coming in. Ellis with a single in the second, strikeout swinging in the fourth. He's got a total of 19 homers. Down the line and a fair ball as it kicks off the boxes to Ramirez. He'll gather it up to second base. Goes Cust now trying to get back, and he's just back.
Almost rounded second base too far. Manny very quick with that throw back into second, and Cust able to just barely get back in time. It's a curveball, over the top curveball that's right down that third base line for Ellis. He picks up his second hit of the night. The ball bouncing out toward left field. Manny bare hands it, the quick throw, and they almost have him at second base.
Two on, one down. And Kurt Suzuki, the batter. And the strike from Kyle Snyder. Snyder's allowed 4 runs, 3 earned in the last 2 2/3 innings. Last 2 outings. Stretch it out a little further. It's 11 earned runs in the last 13 innings pitched. Problem is for Snyder, a lot of that is spread out over some pretty good time. It seems like he's got a lot of time in between outings, which probably makes it pretty tough. Last time he pitched was on the 18th at Toronto, an inning in that outing.
Well, for certain guys in the bullpen, I'm sure in the back of their mind is, am I going to be on that playoff roster? And you can't help but think that. And we saw Brian Corey in the ball game last night have a little bit of a difficult time. Is that on his mind? Certainly Snyder, I think, would be in that category right now.
Well, of course, you go into that division situation, and as far as the off days go, you may only need 3 starters. And then perhaps the other starter going into the bullpen taking another one of those jobs as this one to short right. Drew coming in, makes the catch. 2 down. We check back in with Tina.
Jerry, you and Don were just pointing out a couple of those guys in the bullpen and what's going through their mind right now, waiting for that postseason roster to come out today. I asked General Manager Theo Epstein if some players are in position to win themselves a spot over this last week of baseball.
I don't think this is the time of year when we're going to make, sort of snap judgments based on, any 5-game sample or anything like that. I think by now we have a pretty good feel for what guys can do, and it's just a matter of health and trying to make sure, we have as many healthy options as possible, and then set the roster for what makes sense given our opponent and given the schedule for the postseason.
And the biggest questions right now are surrounding a lot of players, but some of those young players like Jacoby Ellsbury, maybe Clay Buchholz out of the bullpen. We just won't know until they release that roster.
Thank you, Tina. And again, a lot of times you find out those things on kind of the workout day as far as what the roster is going to be. They will have some of those guys travel with them, even if they are not on the active rosters we've seen in years past, as Javier Lopez warned. But I imagine, Jerry, that it's going to come down to who you play, where you play, and what your schedule is going to be.
Yeah, the Red Sox know right now. You know, they know, the front office knows, and there'll be some last-minute decisions based on who you are playing, but the players don't know.
Ellsbury in center field puts it away. Home run for Mike Piazza has tied the score 5-5 halfway through this one.
I just can't wait.
You can't wait any longer.
I just can't wait.
Toyota clearance deals go fast.
Just can't wait.
Wait now and you'll miss out. Hurry! You can save on the last of the 07 Tundras with $3,000 cash back. Or you can save with 1.9 financing for 60 months or lease for just $299 a month for 36 months with $19.99 due at signing. Toyota's last chance clearance ends October 1st. Your chance to save is now. You just can't wait.
I just can't wait.
What do you think of Mike Wallace and the Geico Chevrolet?
Whatever. He's out there selling car insurance. I'm out there to win.
Isn't he your cousin?
I didn't say I wouldn't go fishing with the man. All I'm saying is, he comes near me, I'll put him in the wall.
But you don't race in the Busch Series.
Listen, go-kart track, grocery store, those remote-controlled boats. When it comes to Mike Wallace, the story ends with me putting him in the wall.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
I play both Megabucks and Powerball in Maine every week. I play Megabucks because even though it's not hundreds of millions, it's still a lot of money. And there are more winners in Maine than the other two states. And I play Powerball because I can dream a little, or I can dream a lot.
It's a race for the most important political office in the nation, Red Sox Nation. Tune in to NESN for the Red Sox Nation presidential debate with special guest moderators Tim Russer and Tina Cervasio. Friday after Sox coverage, only on NESN.
Covidien, one of the world's largest providers of medical devices, supplies, imaging products, and pharmaceuticals, is a proud sponsor of the Boston Red Sox on NESN.
Five game as we head to the bottom of the fifth inning. It's time now for our fans of the game, brought to you by Pepsi. A couple of twins who are actresses in a movie called The Women. So stars among us. Kevin Youkilis leads it off here in the bottom of the fifth. Red Sox and A's in the midst of a 5-5 game. Youkilis 1 for 2 tonight, a single and a strikeout looking. Those starters have had their individual issues, and Blanton's still in there as he works here in the fifth inning. Gets a strike in there, 1-1. He's had a couple of leads that he's given back very quickly. Nicholas went around, and it's 1-2. Veritek, then Ellsbury, expected here in the home half of the fifth. At the end of the bat foul, 1-2. Swing and a miss as Youkilis strikes out. And that is the fourth strikeout for Blanton. One down here in the fifth.
I still think Youkilis is hurting with that wrist, and you'll see, I think, him winch again after this this swing on a fastball. There's no question in my mind that wrist is still bothering him some. Is it good enough to play? Maybe so. Is it 100%? No way.
One down for Jason Veritek. How much of an overriding factor would it be to make sure to get games in here before the postseason to make sure you're all right? Before maybe you are all right, 100%.
Well, you know, you still got time. I mean, let's say it's bothering him or it flares up after the game tonight or during the game, as we think it may be. You might take tomorrow off, and you still have 3 games, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And you still have a couple of days of batting practice before you would open up any kind of series at all. So one thing you don't want to do is make it worse.
Varitek on the ground by the dive of Barton, who slowed it down as it grabbed part of his glove. Varitek headed to second base, and he'll get there.
Looks like Jason gets a changeup. It is a changeup, and it's out over the plate. A topspin ground ball that Barton makes a nice effort on at first base, but can't come up with the play. He does slow it down a little bit, but still, Varitek able to get into second base with the double.
So the one-out double. Here's Jacoby Ellsbury. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Fly to the track in left and struck out swinging. And Coco Crisp out of the Red Sox lineup again tonight after missing last night's game.
Terry Francona still said that he was not feeling well today and is expected to see the doctor, I think, at some point during the game tonight.
He's experiencing some dizziness. Nicholas moving on to that hand. This is into center field, and it's in for a hit. Varitek had to wait to make sure Swisher wasn't going to catch it. He gets to third on the base hit by Ellsbury.
Well, in my mind, Don, I don't think there's any question that Ellsbury's going to be on a postseason roster. There's just too many things that he can do. You get some of those tight ball games in a well-pitched game. You know, you get the guy that can pinch run. He can go play defense. You can send him up there to pinch hit. That's a curveball that's down and away from Ellsbury. He takes it into center field for the base hit. And Varitek, that's a tough one to read at second base because it's more of a line drive, and it's hard to tell the distance between the baseball and the outfielder. So one base at a time for Varitek.
So they're first and third with one down for Julio Lugo. Beautiful moon tonight up beyond the right field wall.
Is that a full moon?
Well, it sure looks like it.
It's quite a shot there, isn't it?
It's like Halloween. In tight, and Lugo almost bending into it.
In about an hour, if we look up, that moon won't be there anymore, will it?
Where's it going to go?
I know, go somewhere else. But it won't be in that same spot. Mark my words. Check it in an hour.
Let's track it.
It won't be there. See, it's right there with the Red Sox. I mean, that's a beautiful picture. Red Sox shirt, Red Sox hat, right in front of a big, nice yellow moon. That's a beautiful thing. Now, that moon will not be there in an hour, I guarantee it. I don't know where it goes, but it's not going to be there.
Chop to third, Hanahan to second for one, on to first. Huge double play turned by the A's. Turn away the Red Sox, unable to score. We played 5, tied at 5.
It's finally here, the Dodge Model Year-End Clearance. The perfect time to grab life in the Dodge vehicle you've always wanted. From the all-new Avenger to Caliber with 32 highway miles per gallon. Get some of our best offers of the year on our most fuel-efficient lineup ever. Right now, get $3,500 cash allowance on Dodge Charger RT. Add that to the best warranty in the business, our exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. And that's an offer no one else matches. Hurry, the Dodge Model Year-End Clearance ends soon.
The world's most refreshing beer.
You need a little... I'm good. Okay. Maybe touch a deal. Yeah, okay.
There's a better place to play. Foxwoods Resort Casino, home of the only poker room in New England. Check out the action at foxwoods.com.
Coming up after the game, it's WB Mason Extra Innings in Granite City Electric. Extra Innings Extra with Tom Karen, Dennis Eckersley, and Tina Zabasio. You'll get the breakdown of Jon Lester's performance tonight in the series finale, plus all the details on the Yankees Devil Rays game from St. Pete. It's all right after the game in high definition on Nesson.
Jerry, I mentioned that moon reminds me of Halloween as we're tied up 5-5 heading to the top half of the sixth inning. I want to thank our friends from the Pawtucket Red Sox. We're getting ready for the Pumpkin Spectacular at McCoy Stadium coming up starting October the 5th, running all month long at McCoy Stadium in Pawtucket. And how about this? They even did our pumpkins as part of the Pumpkin Spectacular. You look fantastic.
They really do a nice job on those. And those are huge pumpkins. I guess what you said, Don, is what do? They cut the top open, they put lights in there.
Yeah, and they illuminate them all. It's all at night.
Yeah.
And it starts October the 5th, runs all month. Check out pawsox.com and for more information.
Now look, the moon's already moved, see?
Yeah, you're right about that.
See the guy in the Red Sox shirt?
He's already out of the picture altogether.
I told you, it's going away. I thought it was just me, like be sitting home on the porch at night after the game, you know, and contemplating going over the game. All of a sudden I look at the moon and then I look up again, it's gone. And I'm thinking.
It's actually moved quite a bit in the last couple of minutes. Donnie Murphy, who hit a 3-run shot his last time up, sends one foul off to the right.
I think that pumpkin picture of you, I think they carved your features out maybe a little bit more
long.
No, not long. I would say. Look, it's moving as we
It's
speak.
ridiculous, the movement.
But you look more chiseled, I guess would be the word.
Than I actually do in person?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm chiseled.
Well, I mean, your face looks more chiseled than it does in real life. I mean, it did a fabulous job with it. I mean, I look the same. I'm all wrinkly old. I mean, I look good. I mean, you know, that's me. I'm wrinkly old. But you look chiseled, like your face.
A couple of the camera guys suggested you could put bolts on each side of my neck and I look like Frankenstein.
I mean, you don't have all this stuff. It's more like out here.
Well, wait a minute.
That's me. I'm just an ugly guy. I mean, I got a lot of wrinkles and, you know, it's a mess.
Two and two to Donnie Murphy. And Shannon Stewart and Derek Barton expected here in the sixth. Hold up, did he go? No, says Larry Poncino. And it's a full count. Well, a 16-2 victory for the Texas Rangers over the Angels today, as the Yankees in Tampa Bay be getting underway in about 7 minutes in their action. But as far as the best record goes, Red Sox half games back of the Indians, who play the doubleheader against Seattle. And again, that first game of the doubleheader, the Indians are the home team. And there is ball forward to Donnie Murphy down to first base. And the reason they are the home team, of course, because of that entire 4-game series that got snowed out back in April between the Indians and the Mariners. They played 3 of those games makeup, where Seattle had to move, you know, a couple of those off days and end up going back to Cleveland. They did that 3 times and then decided, rather than do it again, that they would play the 4th game they need to make up in Seattle and have Cleveland be the home team, which is
no, it's very generous of Cleveland to accept that, you know, because that is awfully tough what Seattle has had to gone through with their travel, and to have to go back there another time.
And it's virtually every time they came to the East Coast, they ended up going to Cleveland once, somewhere in the midst of all that.
Where we going? We're going to Cleveland, then we're going on, you know, somewhere else.
Shannon Stewart, the batter. Donnie Murphy, leadoff batter, walked. He stands at first. Schneider will check on him.
1 steal for Murphy in limited playing time.
He's made his presence felt tonight. A single in the third, scored the first run, then a 3-run shot in the fourth. A leadoff walk in the sixth. Swing and a miss. 0-2 to Shannon Stewart. Snyder is throwing 19 pitches. Came on to get the final 2 outs of the fifth. Starts the sixth. Shannon goes chasing and strikes out.
Well, that's that really good over-the-top curveball from Kyle Snyder. I would say this is more 12:30 to 7:30 as opposed to 12 to 6. A little movement down and away there at the end of that curveball.
And Terry Francona making his way to the mound after the strikeout of Shannon Stewart. And one down here in the sixth inning. It'll be Javier Lopez who'll be coming on to deal with Derek Barton when we come back. Tied at 5.
How would you like to run a business of your own from the comfort of your own home? Be your own boss, set your own hours, and make great money. It's not as crazy as it sounds.
Last year, I made over $100,000 a year from my home.
I just made a down payment for our vacation home, working part-time.
We gave up our jobs.
People thought we were crazy.
And we took in over $250,000 in our first year.
Yeah, you have to be crazy to visit this website and find out how to start your home business. Crazy like a fox. There are thousands of opportunities for you, full or part-time. Live the lifestyle you've been dreaming of. The secret is in this success kit. To get yours, log on now.
Next year, my goal is $500,000.
I made $5,000 yesterday.
We've made enough to spend winter in Hawaii.
Crazy? I don't think so. Log on now to get your success kit.
The Dunkin' Donuts musical montage. Dunkin' Donuts in its 8th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout, a special seating section here at Fenway. Thousands of children have had the opportunity to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. Having a good time out there tonight. This call to the bullpen is brought to you by a New England Ford dealer. If you've driven a Ford lately, visit your New England Ford dealer and swap your ride today. Javier Lopez into the game.
This will be appearance number 60 on the season for Lopez. Opponent sitting 247. His last outing coming down at Tampa Bay on the 22nd. Gave up an earned run in that game along with a strikeout.
Derek Barton batting with 1 out. Johnny Murphy at first base. And a pitch inside. Lopez giving up a home run to Carlos Pena on Saturday. It's the first home run that he's allowed to a left-handed batter since Pittsburgh's Matt Lawton went deep on him back in 2005. And only the 4th time a left-handed batter's homered off Javier Lopez. And the second home run that he's given up this season, the other in Seattle, Richie Sexson, the first baseman for the Mariners. Ball 3, and it's 3-0. Nick Swisher waits on deck. 1 out. Donnie Murphy at first base in a 5-5 game. There's a strike. 3-1. ball 4. And Lopez comes in and walks the first batter that he faces. Boston Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by Citgo and by Olympia Sports, the official sporting goods retailer of the New England Sports Network. And both base runners on via the walk. Barton at first base, Donnie Murphy at second base, 1 down. And Nick Swisher the batter. 5 walks allowed by Red Sox pitching tonight. And it's in there for strike 1 to Swisher. Swisher has struck out twice and hit a sacrifice fly to center field. A 9 strikeout performance tonight for Jon Lester. And 4 1/3, give up 7 hits, 5 runs. It's a no decision. Play at second, no throw. As diving back at second is Donnie Murphy. Red Sox into the pen early tonight. Jon Lester going 4 1/3. Snyder came on for an inning. Javier Lopez facing his second batter. And it's a strike over the outside corner. Mike Simlin continues to throw in the Red Sox pen. To left center field. On the move is Ellsbury to make the catch. And a line out there from Nick Swisher, but he's out number 2.
Ellsbury certainly closed that gap in a hurry in center field. Got a terrific jump on the ball. Watch the reaction from Ellsbury on contact. And of course, being the left-hander, just has to reach out and make the catch. With that out, Francona comes out to get Lopez. The reason they let Lopez face Swisher, Swisher's better against right-handed pitching than he is left-handed pitching. And now with Piazza coming up, Simlin coming in.
Pitching change from Fenway, tied at 5.
If you're in debt to the IRS for $10,000 or more, you don't have to take desperate measures to settle your account. In fact, you might actually be able to pay just pennies on the dollar. All you have to do is put the right people to work for you. And that's as simple as calling this number. You'll speak to a tax expert who can help you negotiate a settlement that's significantly less than the actual amount you owe. Many are former IRS agents who have inside knowledge that you can't get elsewhere. And that can make all the difference in the world.
They saved my business.
I owed $30,000 and paid a fraction of it. The threatening letter stopped immediately.
I got great advice, and they did all the work.
If you owe more than $10,000 in back taxes, you owe it to yourself and your family to call this number and get your case settled for less. Now, you only have a small window of time to settle, so act now.
Call 800-671-4398 for your free tax analysis. There's no obligation. That's 800-671-4398.
The Red Sox salute the voluntary work all their players do in the community, such as Tim Wakefield's work with the Franciscan Children's Hospital, Jason Veritek's work with Children's Hospital, Mike Simlin and Kurt Schilling's work with ALS, Josh Beckett's inaugural Beckett Bowl, Kevin Euclid's Little Ukes program, and Roberto Clemente Award nominee Big Papi for life-saving work in Santo Domingo and helping the binational program for Boston and Dominican youth, Lindos Sueños. And those are just some of the stories.
Now that's a little closer to what we actually look like. Mike Piazza getting himself ready to face the new Red Sox pitcher. It's Mike Timlin.
Timlin's 49th appearance. The record is 1-1 opponents against Timlin this season, hitting .241. Last outing on the 23rd down at Tampa Bay, an inning, a hit, no hits, excuse me, 1 hit, no runs, no walks and no strikeouts against the Devil Rays.
The Red Sox have used 3 pitchers in the inning. Snyder started it, then Lopez, now Timlin. 2 down, runners at first and second, both there, walking in the inning. And Mike Piazza walking to the plate. And he struck out looking, reached on a fielder's choice, and hit a home run. Kind of a hit against Mike Timlin. Pops it up. Lowell down from third base, calling and catching the final out of the top of the 6th inning. Red Sox working around the 2 walks, tied at
5. The best brands, amazing prices, the greatest service. Get it at Olympia Sports. Shop with confidence. Satisfaction guaranteed.
It's finally here, the Jeep model year-end clearance with no interest for 6 years on rugged Commander. Or get a great deal on sporty Liberty and luxurious Grand Cherokee. Now, well-qualified returning lessees get a low-mileage lease on Grand Cherokee Laredo for just $269 a month. Add that to the best warranty in the business, our exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty. And that's an offer no one else matches. Hurry, the Jeep model year-end clearance ends soon.
Did you send out those FTPs? Yeah, yes. Bye.
Gosh, why are we filling ourselves up with just anything? We deserve hot, juicy Junior Bacon Cheeseburger from Wendy's.
It's delicious. And it only costs 99 cents. Filling up with just anything? That's wrong.
Wait.
Getting big taste for only 99 cents? That's right. Like the Junior Bacon Cheeseburger with fresh, never frozen beef, or our 5-piece crispy chicken nuggets made with all white meat. Wendy's.
That's right.
This Friday, it's the final weekend of the regular season, and the Minnesota Twins are in town for free. Get an extra 30 minutes of live action from Fenway Park. Join us at 5:30 for Friday Night Fenway, presented by Team Sully Mack.
Back at Fenway Park with this game summary is brought to you by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. Well, Mike Lowell becoming the all-time RBI leader for Red Sox third baseman as he knocks in a pair. Scoring 2 to get the Red Sox on the board in the 3rd inning. But a big 3-run home run for Donnie Murphy off Jon Lester in the 4th inning. The A's retake the lead at the time 4-3. It's been a back-and-forth battle, and Jon Lester lasting just 4 1/3 innings, giving up 5 runs. 7 hits, striking out 9, his season high. But his chase from the game with a no decision. Piazza, his home run. 8 on the season for Piazza. As a new pitcher into the ballgame now for the Oakland A's, it is Jerry Blevins.
Now, Blevins has made 4 appearances since being called up from Sacramento. He came over from the Cubs along with Rob Bowen. That was in that Jason Kendall trade back on July 16th. He's pitched this year at Daytona, Tennessee, Midland, and Sacramento.
So it is 5 innings tonight for Blanton. Gives up 11 hits. And 5 runs. Blanton walked 3 and struck out 4. And it's Jerry Blevins into the game. First out of the pen for the A's. And those are the top of the Red Sox order. Pedroia's been aboard twice. After he grounded out the shortstop in the 1st, he has walked and doubled. He has scored 2 runs. To left. Will it stay fair? Yes, gone into the monster seats for Dustin Pedroia. His 8th home run of the year, and the Red Sox take a 6-5 lead.
Sometimes I wonder why they ever throw Dustin Pedroia fastballs. It's not a fastball that he can't turn around. That ball stays right out over the plate and a line drive into the monster seats. His 8th and his 50th RBI of the season.
Manley's had quite a night, 3 hits and 3 at-bats, all singles. He scored 2 runs, driven in a run. In his second night returning to the Red Sox starting 9. Tight to Manny, 2-1.
This may be Manny's last at bat of the night. We'll see. Looks like Terry's ready to make a scratch on his lineup card.
Swing and a miss. Imagine if he got on, he'd run for him like he did last night. First Moss into the game last night, and before the end of the game, Bobby Kelty. Red Sox 3 different left fielders last night. Full count to Ramirez. And Moss is getting ready.
Probably told Millsy to put Moss's name right in that lineup.
Ball 4, down to first base goes Ramirez. And Brandon Moss comes out of the dugout, a pinch run for Manny. Manny on base 4 times tonight, the 3 hits and now a walk. And Brandon Moss taking over at first base as David Ortiz stands in for the Red Sox. He's been on twice. Popped out to second base in the first and a walk and a single. Terry Francona staying true to his word. A couple of at-bats last night for Manny, a couple of at-bats tonight, but a little bit closer here tonight. Just a 1-run game, taking Manny out, but sticking to the plan.
And a little deeper into the game for Ramirez tonight. The 4 at-bats in this game.
It worked out last night. Let's see if it works out tonight. So far, a home run and a walk allowed. Ortiz showing bunt, pulling back, taking the ball, 2-0. Rudy Lugo saw last night, up again tonight. Held off to the left, and it's 2-1. Everybody in the Red Sox starting 9 has at least a base hit with the exception of Julio Lugo, the number 9 man. The Red Sox have banged out 12 hits tonight. Led by Ramirez, who has 3. Inside, it's 3-1. Pedroia starts hitting with a home run. His 8th of the year, and the Red Sox have taken a 6-5 lead. Ortiz to left field, opposite field shot, Stewart back, and that's going to grab the scoreboard. Off the ricochet, Stewart gets it back in, and into second goes Big Papi with a double. Moss on to third.
Well, a rough start to this inning for Blevins. The home run, the walk, now the opposite field, double by David Ortiz. Banging off that scoreboard in left field.
So second and third, nobody out here in the last half of the sixth inning. There's Kurt Suzuki out to talk to his pitcher. Bob Guerin and Kurt Young, his pitching coach, talk it over. And Mike Lowell coming up. Lowell with 2 hits and 3 RBIs.
First base open, but they are going to pitch to Lowell. With nobody out in this inning, infield comes in for the Athletics.
Too far outside. It's a ball and a strike now to Mike Lowell. Evans is yet to record an out, facing his 4th batter here in the 6th. 1-2 to Lowell. J.D. Drew waits on deck. The Red Sox batting here in the bottom of the 6th inning. They pulled ahead. To left. High, deep, and high off the wall. 2 runs are in, and a big night continuing for Mike Lowell, who drives in 2 more. It's 5 on the night for the Red Sox third baseman. And the Red Sox go on top 8-5.
Well, the strategy does surprise me a little bit. You know, you've got first base open. Lowell, who's been hotter than a pistol against a lefty. You had a left-hander on deck in J.D. Drew. He gets the breaking ball and a hard line drive off the top of that wall. So Lowell with 5 runs batted in tonight, 116 now in the season to retake the lead for the Red Sox over David Ortiz.
Well, home has been very good for Mike Lowell. So is the road, but 69 in home games. As only A-Rod and Magglio Ordonez with more. Lowell at first base, still nobody out. 3 quick runs for the Red Sox as Drew lifts it high in the air towards right center field. Nick Swisher backpedaling. It's spun around and can't make the catch. That had adventure written all over it right out of the gate. Having to wait was Lowell. He'll get to third as Drew ends up at second base. He got spun around, appeared to camp underneath, and cannot catch it.
Well, we mentioned earlier the breeze tonight, a summer breeze blowing out here at Fenway Park, and I think it fooled Swisher as he gets spun around the wrong way, but still a ball he could have handled. Even turning the wrong way, I mean, he's right there to make the catch. He just doesn't catch it.
They charge Swisher with the error as we send it to Tom Caron.
Thank you, Don. Our New England Toyota dealer can't break Chin Ming Wong down 1-0 early. A sacrifice fly for Carlos Pena brings in Akinori Iramura. So they're in the second out with the Yankees batting, and the Devil Rays, who won in extra innings last night, have the 1-0 lead. Don?
ThermoSpa's custom designs hot tubs for therapy, along with entertainment, and today has engineered a revolutionary swim spa called the Spa Trainer, large enough to accommodate 12 adults. A powerful current allows you to swim endlessly, while the other side provides the ultimate hot tub experience. In the Spa Trainer, you control the intensity, and best of all, it's self-contained, so it's ready to use the day we deliver it. Call to receive a free DVD and a 48-page brochure to learn all about ThermoSpa's luxurious hot tubs and swim spas. Call now and we'll include free delivery, a $450 value, free chemicals, a $150 value, and a $400 cash coupon. This $1,000 offer is free, with no obligation, and is valid for 1 year.
Call 800-862-3700.
Thermospas, luxurious hot tubs made affordable.
Get continuing pre- and post-game coverage throughout the playoffs from the network with the best Sox access in baseball. Soxtober on NESN. One nation, one network.
Tomorrow night at 6 from Rem Dogs on Yorkie Way, Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame show with Tom Caron, Dennis Eckersley, and Tina Savasio. They'll preview Josh Beckett's final start of the regular season, and he goes for win number 21 against Boof Bonser. Plus, Red Sox manager Terry Francona is our guest in the Face the Nation segment. It all begins tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, only on NESN.
8-5, Red Sox on top now. Still nobody out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Rudy Lugo in for his second straight night.
Yeah, last night against the Red Sox, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit, a couple of earned runs, a walk, no strikeouts. Overall, his 37th appearance of the season. Mentioned last night, Lugo was claimed off waivers by from Tampa Bay, I should say, back on the 14th. He's been up and down a couple of different times this year with the Athletics.
Mike Lowell at third base, J.D. Drew at second base. And the strike to Youkilis, 2-1. And it started Pedroia's solo home run. Youkilis fouls it off to the right, 2-2. Jerry Blevins still responsible for the 2 men on, did not record an out. Nick Swisher with the error. And there's J.D. Drew at second base. Outside, full count. Tonight marks the 3rd time that Mike Lowell's had 5 RBIs in a game. Ball 4. Youkilis down to first base. Second walk of the inning allowed by Oakland pitching. Bases loaded. Still nobody out. And Jason Varitek, the batter. Jason tonight has popped out to second. He has walked and doubled. Andrew Brown had been up earlier, back up for the A's. Sox 5 for 11. Runners in scoring position. Another chance here. Varitek takes ball 1-1-1. Lowell at third base. Drew at second base. Youkilis at first. A strike. Yeah, it's 1-2. Fouled off at the plate, and it hangs at 1-2. Varitek getting Suzuki again. Bases filled with Red Sox, nobody out. Ball 2-2-2.
Mentioned last night, Lugo does have control problems, more walks, 37 walks and 31 strikeouts in 46 innings.
Vortek fooled on the pitch, strikes out for just the first out here in the 6th inning.
And the curveball from Lugo with the bases loaded to pick up the strikeout against Vortek. Ball might have been a little bit outside. He asked the umpire to strike. You see the umpire shaking his head yes, so apparently it did have the corner.
One down, bases loaded for Jacoby Ellsbury. It was flying to the warning track and left, struck out swinging, and single to center field. 1 for 3 tonight. Up and away, sending Suzuki out of the crouch. Ellsbury has now hit safely in the last 8 games. Shot high, Lugo flips to first, and they just get Ellsbury, but in the back door from third comes Lowell to put the Red Sox on top 9-5.
Well, he just barely got to Ellsbury at first base too, as he kind of threw a change-up shuffle pass over to first. Only play that he had no chance at home. They do get Ellsbury at first base, but another run for Boston.
So it's 2nd and 3rd now, 2 down, and another Lugo matchup. Julio walking in last night's game. First time he had faced his brother in the majors. Here they go again. Julio, the only member of the Red Sox starting 9 not to have a hit tonight. Didn't go, says Poncino. And it's 2-0. To center field. Swisher's had a tough inning, goes back this time to make the running catch onto the track to end the inning. However, a 4-run inning at that for the Red Sox in the bottom of the 6th has Boston on top 9-5.
Only hours remain to save more than ever before at Maine's top Chrysler, Dodge, and Jeep store, Darlings in Ellsworth.
Customer appreciation celebration means you pay less.
And that's always, now with a lifetime warranty.
It's extra value in every deal.
But this September to remember is only for a few days more, where GM's top brands are less than Chevy, and we welcome all credit scores.
You'll do better at Darlings.
It takes more than great furniture to make your home look good. It takes great design. Hi, I'm Allison from Dorsey Furniture, and for almost 20 years I've been helping people create rooms they can be proud of. And now my interior design services are available to you right here at Dorsey Furniture. So call today to schedule your free design consultation, and together we'll create the room you'll love to be in. Personalized design with you in mind, only at Dorsey Furniture, Route 1A Holden, open 7 days a week.
Raise your hand if you're sick of having to share school books. Yeah. Raise your hand if you think your classroom has too many kids in it. Yeah. Raise your hand if you think it's time for someone to do something about it. Yeah. Raise your hand if you can vote.
If grown-ups don't speak up to improve public schools, who will? Learn how you can make your voice heard at givekidsgoodschools.org.
Yeah, I'm just tired of seeing so many fees. Can you guys help me out?
Well, switch to reliable home phone service from Time Warner Cable for one low monthly price and a simple bill with taxes and fees you understand.
What about the phone company's extra fees?
Oh, they get ooh-cooled.
What's ooh-cool? Ooh, cool.
Call 1-800-833-2253 and get digital home phone service for only $39.95 per month.
Time Warner Cable, the power of you.
In extra innings with Tom Caron and Dennis Eckersley, you'll see and hear all the reaction from the Red Sox clubhouse with Tina Savasio after the series finale, including Terry's take. Plus highlights of the Angels and Indians games, and the Red Sox quest for the best record in the majors continues. It's all right after the game in high definition on NESN.
It's 9-5. The Red Sox on top of the Oakland Athletics as we head to the top of the 7th. Defensive change. Brandon Moss stays in the game after pinch running for Manny Ramirez. Takes over for him defensively in left. Mike Timlin came on to get the last out of the 6th inning and is out there to begin the 7th. Jack Cust, the leadoff hitter for the A's. Cust has struck out twice and walked tonight. Jon Lester tonight, 4 1/3 innings, giving up the 5 runs the A's have. Kyle Snyder, Javier Lopez, Mike Timlin have not yet given up a run. Mark Ellis waits on deck. Cust strikes out. 10th strikeout. Check that. 11th strikeout. The Red Sox pitching tonight.
2 batters faced for Mike Timlin. 2 outs. A pop up to end last inning. A slider there for the strikeout. High strike above the belt.
9 strikeouts tonight for Lester. A strikeout for Kyle Snyder. Now a strikeout for Timlin. It's 11 in all as Mark Ellis stands in.
Oh my goodness. Got an acne problem. Hey, you know what? Maybe someday she'll have this job. You never know.
There we go right now.
Everything. Yep. Down. Look where the moon is. It moved.
It's higher.
No, it's way up there now.
Way up there now.
Look at that. It's moved from here to here in about an hour. Now we'll go back at the end of this game. You won't even see it. It'll be behind this pole maybe, or somewhere else.
The movement has been alarming.
The moon was really yellow before. Now it's like almost like a light shade of yellow, white. So it's changing colors as it moves. Live up there. Nobody bothers you. Have a little space, little freedom maybe.
So now you want to move to the moon?
Not right away, but I mean in time. I think it'd be a nice, peaceful place to be. Kind of float around a little bit. Don't need much. Maybe just a big TV.
Your needs are the same, even though you're on the moon. From what they're going to be.
Oh no, I have certain addictions that have to be taken care of, no matter where I am, whether I'm on the moon or.
Well, there's not stores around every corner of the moon.
Yeah, but I could have it sent up in the space shuttle. So.
Kurt Suzuki bats 0 for 2 with a walk. Fouls it off himself, but he was in the box.
I'll never forget that day when they landed on the moon for the first time. Was this before your day?
I was born in '68, so it's like a year later.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. I mean, you're sitting there watching this on TV, and all of a sudden you see these guys coming out in these big suits, and like you really didn't know if they were going to like fall through, if they were, what was going to happen. I mean, that's, and then they are walking around the moon. It's unbelievable.
Carl Everett said it never happened.
Yeah, I saw it happen on TV.
Fly ball to center field. Ellsbury doing a few steps. And then there's 2 down.
Good moon talk tonight, yeah?
Solid.
Who was the first astronaut to land on the moon? Was it Neil Armstrong?
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong. Yeah, I was afraid for him when he stepped off. I didn't know if he was going to just like sink into something or float away or, you know. Anyway, they were out there and they're bouncing around and jumping around and having a ball.
And now you want to live there. You think it's going to be great.
I think there's a day. I think there's a time and a place for everything, and that day may come. How would I get there? I don't think my Lexus would make it up there. Of Watertown.
I was going to say it'd be tough to get a hold of you, but I guess that's the whole idea to moving to the moon.
It's tough now to get a hold of me. Once Sunday comes, bye-bye.
Moynihan fouls it off to the left hand. It's 0-2. Moynihan is 1 for 3, singled and scored in the fourth. Strikes out Hanahan. 7th inning stretch time from Fenway. 9-5 Red Sox. Time out for Sports Desk Update with Catherine Tappan.
Don, it was a big day for Tom Brady. He receives a nice award from the NFL, and his new baby boy makes his magazine cover debut. We'll have all that. Plus, will Barry Bonds' historic number 756 ball be blasted into space? And Michael Vick is in trouble again, as if things couldn't get any worse for the former Falcons QB. We'll tell you all about it tonight on Sports Desk, presented by FW Webb, home of Frank Webb's Bath Centers. I'll see you then. Don and Jerry will be back right after this.
Get toothpaste with your 20s. Or milk with your money. All in just one quick stop. Now that Sovereign Bank has added over 1,000 ATMs in CVS pharmacy locations across the Northeast, you can do two things at once. Like get your deodorant with your dollars. Sovereign ATMs at CVS. Make your own double play.
When you're on the go, you need the convenience, quality, and pricing that you'll always find at Extramart. Convenience. Everything you need is priced right and ready to go. Quality. Extramart has their own Extra Cafe gourmet coffee, delicious Deli Joe sandwiches, and Extra Fuels gasoline. All this month at Extramart, Nestle Pure Life Spring Waters, specially priced at just $3.99 per case. Nestle Pure Life, satisfying your healthy thirst for life. In every corner of New England, Extramart is just around your corner.
I just can't wait. You can't wait any longer. I just can't wait. Toyota clearance deals go fast. Just can't wait. Wait now and you'll miss out. You could lease one of the last of the 07 FJ Cruisers for just $239 a month for 36 months. Or you could save with $750 cash back. Or get one of the last of the 07 Toyota Tacomas with $500 cash back. Toyota's last chance clearance ends October 1st. Your chance to save is now. You just can't wait.
For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings, the Sox get a save. CVS Pharmacy will donate $500 to Children's Hospital. CVS Pharmacy is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Well, Jarrett's first word, I love the Red Sox. Well, that's great. See, now there's a Red Sox Nation member in the waiting. He should already have a card.
9-5, the Red Sox on top as we head to the bottom half of the 7th inning. Andrew Brown into the game.
Andrew Brown called up, was selected from AAA Sacramento back on July 12th. He's made 31 appearances. He came over from San Diego to Milton Bradley back on June the 29th. As you saw the rest of the numbers on the screen, the .236 batting average against Brown.
Dre sends it fouled off to the right. Their bobble desk.
Hey, yeah, don't forget the bobble desk at thenessonstore.com.
It's yours today. Nessonstore.com.
Bobbing and weaving.
Yes, he is. Pitch outside of the count, 1-1.
You have a nice clear complexion in those pitches. I got zits all over the place.
What happened?
I thought at some point in your age you lost all those zits, but you don't like that.
Going down the right field line. Jack Cust moving over, and it's going to drop for a hit. Has to play it by the seats and gun it towards second. But in the second goes Pedroia.
A big night for Dustin Pedroia. On base 4 times. He's got a walk, the double, a home run, another double. Takes the curveball here from Brown. A pretty good pitch. Down and away and just pokes it into right field for the base hit. So Pedroia, who had been struggling, is out of it now.
So he's at second with nobody out. And here's Brandon Moss. On the ground up the middle. Into center field. Pedroia being waved around. He'll score. The Red Sox take a 10-5 lead. Brandon Moss drives in a run.
Well, how about that 2-spot tonight in the Red Sox batting order? Manny with 3 hits and an RBI and a walk. Now Brandon Moss picking up Ramirez. Gets the base hit up the middle to drive in a run. So Moss is first Major League RBI.
Ball 1 to David. On base 3 times tonight. A walk, a single, a double. He scored 2 runs. Strike in. It's 1-1. And Henry Tom Warner enjoying tonight's game. The Red Sox on top now 10-5. Two and 1 to Ortiz. Joe Blanton charged with 5 of the runs the Red Sox have tonight. Jerry Blevins 4 of the runs. Rudy Lugo ended up going an inning, allowing a couple of inherited runners to score. And Andrew Brown has given up a quick run on 2 hits here in the 7th. Oakland's pitching staff as a team with a 4.29 earned run average. 6th in the American League. Red Sox still with the top spot. An earned run average in the AL, 3.87. Toronto second, right in behind Boston. And 3.97. And the Red Sox saw firsthand how good the Toronto Blue Jays pitching has been. This last road trip to Toronto.
When you look at the teams that are going to be in the playoffs in the American League, Red Sox 1 in pitching, Cleveland 3 in pitching, LA 5 in pitching, New York 7th in pitching.
To left field, sending Stewart back to the scoreboard where he can't catch it. Off the board, Swisher gathers, throws to second. Ortiz got a double as Moss ends up at third.
Well, Ortiz putting a few dents on that scoreboard tonight. Twice now to that direction. And Shannon Stewart goes back as far as he can to the scoreboard, makes the jump but can't come up with it. Lands just above him. And the Red Sox have second and third with nobody out.
The 50th double of the season for David Ortiz.
Mike Lowell with a chance now with a base hit to have a 7 RBI night. It's like maybe Francona calling timeout, maybe to get a runner in there for Ortiz. Yeah, it looks that way.
Royce Clayton will head out. like David Ortiz may have done that himself as he got to second base, trying to get the attention of Francona. And Ortiz coming out as Royce Clayton runs. On the ground is shortstop as Murphy was in on the grass, and he throws out low, so Mike retired this time. Just the first out of the inning.
David Ortiz at second base after the double and motioning to his manager. No mas. Knees barking a little bit.
Trying to get his attention for a little while.
Yeah, get somebody in here.
J.D. Drew intentionally walked with first base open. Hinske has come out on deck to pinch hit for Youkilis. With his 6th walk given up tonight by Oakland, pitching first of the intentional variety. Send it down to Tina. Tina.
Don, earlier in the game in Kevin Youkilis' first at-bat, you mentioned that he was squinting and squirming, and Jerry, you said it, he is playing with pain, and talked about how weak his wrist actually felt last night after he played.
When you're out for a week, you just got to get your timing back, and that's the biggest challenge for me. Defense is not that big of a deal as much as hitting, so just got to go out there and see pitches and let the game dictate itself, and it speeds up on you a lot when you're not in there every day. So hopefully get in there every day and strengthen my wrist and hand.
So that's the key for Youkilis now down the stretch for these next 4 games, is to get strength back into that wrist. He says it does hurt, but it's not a throbbing pain. It eventually does go away.
I have a feeling, Tina and Don, that's something he's going to have to deal with the rest of the way. I mean, I don't think it's going to get well overnight. I think every time you take a swing or a check swing, it's going to happen to him again. I mean, it's just going to take time. And the question is, how much pain can you take and play through it, and when does it affect your performance? And hopefully for Youkilis, it does not. But it's not going to get better overnight.
In tight to Hinske, almost hit him, and it's 1-1. He is pinch hitting here for Youkilis. Youkilis have been 1 for 3 tonight. Single, 2 strikeouts, and a walk. Santiago Casilla warming up in the pen for the A's. One down, bases loaded for the Red Sox here in the bottom of the 7th. 3-1. He struggled lately, 2 for his last 24 with 8 strikeouts. And a pretty good spot right here. And grounds it foul. Ross at third base. Royce Clayton at second base. J.D. Drew at first. Hinske swings and misses, gets through the catcher Suzuki, and from third base comes Moss, who scores. Red Sox lead at 11-5. And a strikeout of Hinske for the second out of the inning. And a wild pitch charged to Andrew Brown.
Yeah, of course, Hinske does not reach first base because first base was occupied. But by the ball getting by Suzuki, the run does score. See, Hinske heads to first, but he's out because first base is occupied. but the Red Sox do get the run on the wild pitch.
So it's now second and third as Clayton was able to move up, as was J.D. Drew. And the wild pitch charged to Brown, and here's Jason Varitek. Varitek has popped out to second, walked, doubled, and struck out. Right side, over is Barton, and covering will be Brown for the out that ends the inning. Red Sox tack on 2 more at the end of 7. It's 11-5 Red Sox.
We're not going to make it.
Can you get us to the airport in 15 minutes?
Cheaper than a change fee if we miss our flight.
As with all airlines, it may cost more to rebook your flight, but on Southwest, we never charge an additional fee.
You are now free to move about the country.
It's finally here, the Chrysler Model Year-End Clearance, with no interest for 6 years on Chrysler Aspen and Town & Country, with more miles per gallon and more style per gallon. Well-qualified returning Chrysler lessees get a low-mileage lease on 300 for $249 a month. Add that to the best warranty in the business, our exclusive lifetime powertrain warranty, and that's an offer no one else matches. Hurry, the Chrysler Model Year-End Clearance ends soon.
I'm the original. You are just a copycat. I'm here to challenge you. Don't be such a scaredy cat. They will choose mine at just $9.99. Dresser, mirror, and a chest. For post bed and nightstand. I'm just the same as you, but my color is so grand. They will choose mine at just $9.99. They will choose mine at just $9.99.
Sail the Caribbean seas this January. Red Sox legends such as Oil Can Boyd, Rich Gedman, and Rick Wise. It's a cruise designed entirely for lovers of baseball and the Red Sox. Call 800-336-2267 for more information.
Erakinski stays in the game after pinch hitting for Kevin Youkilis at first base. Red Sox have switched up pitchers. The 5th Boston pitcher of the night, it's Eric Gagne.
Well, Gagne worked last night, 2/3 of an inning, gave up a hit and a walk in that ball game. Overall for Gagne, his 53rd appearance of the season, his 19th in a Red Sox uniform. And we told you that we would be seeing a lot of Gagne this week, and so far we have.
The Red Sox an 11-5 lead here tonight against the Oakland Athletics as we head to the 8th inning. Actually, the Angels losing today 16-2 to the Texas Rangers. A getaway day in Texas as we check it out. It's a 3-game lead over the Yankees at the moment. They are tied with Tampa Bay 1-1. And Seattle tied up 2-2 with the Cleveland Indians tonight in the first of 2 games. That 16-2 loss for the Angels, who have now lost 3 straight games. Red Sox beginning the day half game back of the Indians for the best record. Donnie Murphy leads it off here against Eric Gagne in the 8th. Murphy from the number 9 spot's been on base 3 times. A single, 3-run home run, and a walk. The Cleveland scored. Jason Michaels with a single. Cleveland Indians have taken a 4-2 lead tonight over the Mariners. A strike over the outside corner, 1-2. Breaking ball, and it misses. 2-2. Well, the Red Sox will be hosting the Minnesota Twins beginning tomorrow night, a 4-game series. Josh Beckett looking for his 21st win of the year, 20-6, matched up against Booth Bonser. There's 7-12 for the Twins. This is driven to left field. Back goes Moss, leaps up and makes the catch. Brandon Moss with a nice play out there and a hot shot from Donnie Murphy for out number 1.
And Brandon Moss playing a little bit deeper than most left fielders, especially with the Red Sox, and has a chance to get back to the warning track to make the catch on a line drive.
One down for Shannon Stewart. Stewart has struck out, reached on a fielder's choice, singled, and struck out again. Check in with Tom Caron.
Don, thanks very much. Yankees on the board at Tropicana Field. Derek Jeter, that's the swing. His 12th homer of the season came off J.P. Howell. The game is now tied at 1 near the top of the 4th. Guys?
Thank Tom. Here it is 11-5. Red Sox on top. 0-2 the count to Shannon Stewart. The check swing foul.
Well, the Red Sox hold on to this win tonight. It would put that magic number down to 2. Regardless of if the Yankees won tonight, it would be 2 going into Thursday's action here at Fenway Park.
Inside 1 and 2. Terry Francona asked before the ballgame if the Red Sox are able to wrap it up and win the division. How many guys would get time off? And he was quick to say you don't want guys losing their timing or give too many guys too much time off. You certainly want to keep them fresh. But at the same time, heading to the playoffs ready to go. And you have those couple of days, Monday and Tuesday, depending upon when you select to play. A couple of guys could use a couple of days, though, perhaps. David Ortiz being at the top of that list with his knees.
Well, it's just one of those situations. If you get it wrapped up, it's kind of the Manny program. You get a couple of at-bats. See you later.
Basically scheduled to go on Friday is Kevin Slowey. 2-2. Grounded foul. Stewart hanging in there. Fouled off a few of Gagne's offerings with 1 out here in the 8th. Red Sox who have the American League's 4th highest winning percentage at home. Boston 48 and 28. A 3 full count. Barton waiting on deck with 1 out in the 8th, bases empty. Stewart grounds it through the left side into left field for a base hit. 1 out single after an 8-pitch at bat.
It's been amazing watching Gagne since he's been with the Red Sox. I don't recall too many clean 1, 2, 3 innings for him. Fastball this time as Shannon Stewart picks up his second base hit of the night. The top spin ground ball between 3rd and short on the fastball.
No, Red, I can't think of any.
There seems to be either a walk or a hit or something that interrupts a 1, 2, 3 inning for Gagne.
A bullet by Donnie Murphy was caught and left by Moss. Now a single for Shannon Stewart and a lengthy at bat. Now this one looked into shallow center field, a drop for a base hit. Stewart will head for third base. It's bobbled by Ellsbury. And stopping between first and second is Barton, but all of a sudden it's first and third with one down.
Now 3 balls in this inning. You know, even the out was hit hard. This last base hit not hit hard, but certainly a base hit. The out was a line drive to left field. It's the fastball from Gagne toward the end of the bat a little bit for Barton, but he drops it into center field. The bobble here by Ellsbury is not going to cost him anything, as the runners remain at first and third.
Well, Nick Swisher is 0 for 3. A sacrifice fly tonight. Action in the Red Sox pen. Manny Del Carmen is up.
Well, Justin tells me that he has had 2 1-2-3 innings, one against the Yankees and one against Tampa Bay.
Pitch in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. Breaking ball line foul down towards the tarp, and it's 0-2. Shannon Stewart at third base. Derek Barton crossed the diamond at first base. 1 out in the 8th. 11-5. Red Sox on top of the A's, not going quietly. Kobe Lewis and Houston Street warming up in the pen. Swisher waiting on a 1-2. Breaking ball, and he strikes out.
Gagne going to the off-speed pitch, the curveball to pick up the strikeout in that first and third situation.
It's 13 strikeouts for Red Sox pitching tonight. Lester had 9, Snyder 1, 2 for Timlin, now 1 for Gagne. And it's the second out here in the 8th, first and third for Mike Piazza. And a solo home run in the 5th. And it's strike 1. Two. Now crowd behind Gagne with 2 outs, runners at first and third. Piazza waves it down and strikes out. Back-to-back Ks for Gagne. No runs for the A's in the top of the 8th. 11-5 Red Sox after 7.5.
I just can't wait. You can't wait any longer. I just can't wait. Toyota clearance deals go fast. Just can't wait. Wait now and you'll miss out. Hurry! You can save on the last of the 07 Camrys with their biggest cashback offer ever, $750. Camry, Motor Trend's 2007 Car of the Year. Or come in and get your best last chance clearance deal on an 07 RAV4. Toyota's last chance clearance ends October 1st. Your chance to save is now. You just can't wait.
ends up refreshing. Cross-brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Not all the energy for our fuel comes from oil in the ground. A lot of it comes from our people, who year in and year out put so much of their energy into everything they do. So you can be sure that when you put Valero gas into your tank, you're going to get a lot out of it. Valero, the energy to take you anywhere.
Stay tuned after the game for Granite City Electric Extra Innings Extra with Sean Caron, Dennis Eckersley, and Tina Zavassia, who will bring you all the reaction from the Red Sox clubhouse after this series finale, including Jon Lester's post-game comments. Plus a preview of Game 1 of the Twin Series tomorrow night as Josh Beckett goes for win number 21. It's all after the game in high definition, and it's only on NESN.
11-5 Red Sox on top as we head to the last half of the 8th inning. A new pitcher in for the Oakland A's. It's Colby Lewis.
Colby Lewis making his 26th appearance. He has made one start in the season. His record stands at 0-2. 44 hits and 36 2/3, 14 walks and 21 strikeouts for Lewis.
Takes over for Andrew Brown, who gave up 2 runs in an inning. Red Sox pitching tonight with 14 strikeouts between Lester, Snyder, Lopez, Timlin, and Gagne. Gagne strikes out the last 2 batters he faces in the 8th. And Jacoby Ellsbury leads it off in the bottom of the 8th. Ellsbury with a hit tonight and an RBI. Strike 1 to Ellsbury from Colby Lewis. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. Red Sox have action of their own as Julian Tavares up in the Boston pen. Strike 3 call. And that's quick work of Jacoby Ellsbury for the first out of the inning.
2 strikeouts for Eric Gagne to end the 8th inning. The first coming to Nick Swisher on a curveball. And then the exact same pitch to Mike Piazza to get the strikeout and get out of that first and third situation.
Julio Lugo fouls it back to the screen. Well, remember, the Red Sox starting 9 not to have a hit tonight. Boston banging out 17 hits. Lugo still without one as he is 0 for 4 in the game. Ground foul outside of third. A big night for Dustin Pedroia as he waits on deck. Been on base 4 times, 3 hits. And his 8th home run of the year back in the 6th inning. He scored 4 times tonight. The 1-2. Got him as Lugo strikes out back-to-back Ks for Colby Lewis. 2 down.
Pretty impressive for Colby Lewis here in the 8th inning. Back-to-back strikeouts and both coming on the fastball.
Two down here in the 8th for Dustin Pedroia. Has thrown 8 pitches, 7 for strikes since coming in. The center field, Nick Swisher started in now, stands still and makes the catch. It ends the inning. It's a 1-2-3-8. We head to the ninth, 11-5 Red Sox.
Starts out cold and ends up refreshing. Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
Introducing Friendly's new Black Angus burgers, made with 100% USDA choice Black Angus beef. Dig into our juicy honey barbecue burger, topped with melted cheddar, sizzling bacon, and our honey barbecue sauce. Or savor our triple cheese bacon burger with its melted blend of gourmet cheeses and smoked bacon. And right now, get a free sundae with any featured Black Angus burger. There's only one place where perfect ice cream meets the perfect burger. Friendly's, sweeten your day.
The safest accident is the one that never happens. The 2008 Lexus RX with 14 actively safe features. Learn more at activelysafe.com.
Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network.
What a bank.
Pepsi, the New England Dodge dealers, and by Southwest Airlines. 11-5, Red Sox on top as we head to the top half of the ninth inning. Red Sox have a new shortstop. It's Alex Cora taking over for Julio Lugo. And the Red Sox have a new pitcher. As we head to the ninth, it's Julian Tavares.
There's not been a lot of work recently for Tavares. This will be his 33rd appearance of the season. The 7-10 record. His last outing, only a third of an inning down at Tampa Bay on the 23rd. Gave up a couple of hits and an earned run. A little rust on Tavares as there's not been much work recently for him.
Five, 6, and 7 anticipated for the A's here in the ninth. Jack Cust struck out 3 times tonight and has walked. Sox pitching with a season high 14 strikeouts tonight. Nine strikeouts for Jon Lester in his 4 1/3. Cal Snyder had 1. 2 for Mike Timlin. 2 for Eric Gagne. 14 in all. That's with the check swing foul. That's 2-1. Ellis waits on deck, then Kurt Suzuki expected here in the ninth. A strike and a full count. Left-handed batters against Tavares hitting at .264. Shift on, and it's Cora who's on the right side of the infield, who throws him out for the first out of the ninth. One down for Mark Ellis. Went on base 3 times in the game tonight. Also the single, strikeout, another single, and a walk. Oakland's in double figures in hits tonight. 10 hits, 5 runs, but it's the Red Sox with 11 runs on 17 hits. Into center field for a base hit. His 3rd hit of the night, 4th time he's been on base.
Now, we mentioned last night what a solid season Ellis has had at second base for the Athletics. Average over 270, 19 home runs, 76 runs batted in, picks up his 3rd hit of the night. Also has had a walk tonight.
They don't hold him on at first. 1 out, 1 on. Kurt Suzuki, the batter. They strike out a walk and 2 flyouts tonight. The catcher for the A's batting in the 9th. Oakland travels home. They'll have tomorrow off and then host the Los Angeles Angels over the weekend. Into center field and a base hit for Kurt Suzuki. Ellis heading for 3rd base as Ellsbury gets it back in, but back-to-back base hits with 1 out at 1st and 3rd.
Again, we talked about the lack of work for Tavares and that sinker staying up in the zone, and Suzuki picks up the base hit.
So 2 on, 1 away. Jack Hanahan, 3rd baseman for the A's. Single back in the 4th inning, scored a run. He is 1 for 4 in the game tonight. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and a strike. Mark Ellis at 3rd base, Kurt Suzuki at 1st base. 1 out, top of the 9th. 11-5, Red Sox on top. Down and in, 2-1.
Swing and a miss, 2-2. Change up that time from Tavares. Hanahan all geared up for a fastball, did not get it. Change up down and away.
Left field, Brandon Moss is out there. He'll make the grab for out number 2, tagging and scoring from 3rd base is Mark Ellis with the Oakland A's 6th run of the night, and it's 11-6. And a sacrifice fly for Jack Hanahan as Tavares surrenders a run here in the 9th. Donnie Murphy, a 3-run home run back in the 4th inning, his 2 hits tonight and a walk. Retired for the first time last time up. And a bullet to left field. For the first out recorded by Eric Gagne. As this one is popped up, shallow left, up goes Cora, and he will make the catch going away. Red Sox win it tonight against the Oakland A's as they win 11-6. Take both games of this brief 2-game series against the Athletics as they bang out 17 hits tonight. And a big night for Mike Lowell, who ends up with a total of 5 RBIs. And now has 116 on the year. New record for a Red Sox third baseman. An 11-6 Red Sox win. And as a result, the Red Sox lead atop the American League East is now 3.5 games. Tied right now for the best record, as it is the Indians on top 8-2 over Seattle in Game 1 of their doubleheader tonight. WB Mason's Extra Innings is right around the corner, so stay with us. Jaron will be back here at Fenway right after this.
When you're ready for fun, Southwest Airlines has your fare. Fly to lots of fun places nationwide for as low as $59 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
It may seem like they've gone away, but of course they haven't. Despite the restrictions and regulations, the tobacco industry is still targeting youth with even more sophisticated marketing techniques. In fact, if parents don't notice the advertising, the tobacco industry has done its job, drawing in one more new customer. Their target? Your teenager. Tobacco never quits. Learn how to prevent tobacco use. Visit tobacconeverquits.com.
Bob, the hero of the day. Stick with Bob and you get more.
We want more!
I call it the multiplex with 2 pair of cup holders.
More!
And 2 storage areas.
More!
The Ottoman even has storage.
More!
How about a built-in recliner?
More!
How about 2?
More!
Take it all home, only $9.99.
The competition? Busted!
Shop Bob's Discount Furniture, the Patriots official furniture store.
Play the Game is brought to you by Foxwoods Resort Casino. Another big night for Mike Lowell. Mike Lowell with 3 hits tonight and 5 runs batted in. Of course, that breaks Butch Hobson's record for third baseman for the Red Sox and also gives him the team lead in runs batted in.
Red Sox win it 11-6 for Jerry Remy and Tina Cervasio. I'm Don Orsillo saying goodnight from Fenway. Join us again tomorrow night as the Red Sox open their final regular season series against the Twins. Visit NESN.com or New England Sports Live Online. This has been a presentation of England's most watched sports networks. Time now for WB Mason's Zach Stringer, Tom Karen, and Dennis Eckersley live from the NESN HD Television Center. TC.
Don, thanks very much. Big offensive night for the Red Sox as they go to 2-0 on this season-ending homestand. Yankees currently holding on to a lead. We'll keep you updated on that game down at Tropicana Field. Right now, the magic number to clinch the East is down to 2. We'll show you how they got there. Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley with us in studio. WB Mason's Extra Innings comes your way next.